All right, hey everyone, we're back with part 2 of discussing Stormy Night, which is the event I went to the past week, hence the lack of streams recently. We didn't manage to get to the 3v3 VOD in the previous stream, so let's go ahead and do that in this stream, and hopefully we'll have enough time to get through the full 7.5 hour VOD. I do have a time limit for this stream because I do have to make another scheduled meeting, but that being said, we should be able to get through most of it, if not all of it, in the period of time that we have today. So if you guys enjoy, we can just go ahead and get right into discussing. I don't think there's any introduction beyond what I've just mentioned. So the 3v3 day, it took place on day 2 of the event, and this is something that they've traditionally run as the day 2 of Stormy Night, at least, you know, last year having been the first time, this year in continuation of it. And it's a nice little callback to the times of old where team tournaments used to be run for Under Night and Birth's national tournaments in Japan. Those being the Over the World series of tournaments. There was one for Vanilla Uni, there were a couple for Uniel, and there were a number of them for Unist back when the game was in its height of activity in Japan, at least at the arcades. And even tournaments that were run outside of the national tournament sphere, I guess, such as Reincarnation of Parade, Reincarnation of Eternity, those tournaments that were held at Neo Amusement Space Acho. Those tournaments like a callback to all of those kinds of tournaments. And with that being said, it featured a number of players that were around during the heyday of that time period. We can see the teams that participated in this tournament. So there are a total of 38 teams, which is quite a sizable number of teams. 3 players per team, do the math. A little under 120 players in total in the 3v3. I think some of the notable teams that we can see on paper, at least, definitely Oshihito Shimazaki Watanabe Shacho's team. Like, that already stands out by itself. But we can also see the team that consists of Chobi, Mawaru, and Makochin, which includes 2 of the top 3 finalists from the day prior in the singles tournament. So this team, you know, without a doubt, they're strong on paper. The team also consisting of the 3 Hyde players, Kirinama, Yatohime, and Trista, also very strong. I think it goes to show that, like, not only is Hyde a strong character, but having triple the threat of a character like this is a nightmare to deal with for any other team that faces this one, or face this one, because, you know, past tense here. There's also the team of Satohiro, Gutsugutsu, and Diva, pretty good. A team consisting of some strong NA players. Knots, 2GIG, and Snappy, very strong as well. Miyagi Muteki, Act 3 Freeze, I believe that is, and Yagi. This team was very good, and this team was actually in the pool that I was in with Kamone, Capybara, and myself. The team consisting of Kaji, Alpacaman, and Miyama Wari. There's so many good teams here. Like, we haven't really even gone through the first 10 teams. We're already naming like a number of teams that are well worth discussing and talking about. The 3 Batista team with Raul, Suika, and Kita. And then Tommy's team, Ripu's team, Star Wars team. It goes on and on. And one of the teams that made it really far, that was also in the pool I was in, was Shinonome and Wako. This team, I think, might have gone under a number of people's radars because, you know, Wako, prior to this tournament, had not shown his face at a number of offline events at the time. But people were noticing that he was still getting back into the game, in online play, because he appeared in a couple of people's streams. But he showed a very fantastic, he had a very good showing on the weekend, not just in the singles tournament, but also in the 3v3. He was very key to this team's success in the 3v3, I would say. Shinonome and Koze as well, of course. And one team I do want to, like, give special mention to, because I think it goes to show like how strong these players performed at the weekend. is the team consisting of Nephros, Deeps, and Captain Sugar. 2 Lin players plus a Gordeau player, all 3 of them outside of Japan. But Nephros had really strong performance and went to show that he is one of the primetime premier Lins out there in the whole world. So it was really cool that he got to take his team really far with the weight he pulled in the 3v3 tournament. It was surprising also to see Wakutsu make a return on the Laundrikia. It's been a while since I had at least last seen him play, but he was also playing with the team of Notes and Du. And then you can see some of the intermediary teams. These are all like intermediary teams, the teams that were assembled via random pairings. And the team I was on was with the developer himself, Kamone, who was playing Uzuki, as well as Capybara, who's a Phonon player that I think recently got into uni. At least as far as I can understand, they got into uni towards the end of Claire and picked up Phonon at the start of uni 2 or something like that. But they stream quite often, so they're really active in the game. And another team that was assembled randomly that was really strong as well, the team with Nishine, Gagio, and Waku Waku Monster Carmine. Fun fact, actually, worth noting, Gagio, from what I was hearing other people say, basically it was a young person that was running the Merkava, and despite their youth, it wasn't to say that they're any weak at playing Merkava. They're playing like they had a bunch of experience in the game. It was really cool to see. And Nishine as well is a strong anchor for this team that allowed them to make it pretty far in the tournament. Silicon also had a strong team with Boogie and Nanashio, and another team that was in my pool as well, Dolphin, MGA, and Mobu Murabito. So many good teams we can talk about. We can sit here all day just breaking down the strength of each individual team here, but we don't have a lot of time for that. So I do want to talk about first, before we proceed into the VOD, the format itself, because I think a lot of people might have been curious about what the format was. So to summarize, we can see on the page that the format's described here with the schedule, but I can just summarize since, you know, there's no need to read through the whole thing. But basically 38 teams, right? Every team was put into pools, different pools, of which there were 5 teams per pool, 2 pools having 4 teams per pool instead of 5. And each pool is conducted in a round robin format. And when a team faces another team, pardon me. So when a team of 3 faces a team of 3, each individual head-to-head of players is a 1-to-1. And it's conducted in the Pokemon style format. Winner stays on. The way it works is you face a team, you do rock, paper, scissors against that team. The winner of the rock, paper, scissors is allowed to decide what side they sit on. So player 1 side or player 2 side. And the losing team of the rock, paper, scissors also has to tell the winning team of the rock, paper, scissors which player they are going to send in first. And since this event is character locked, you effectively also get info on what character that player will be using to start off the head-to-head. So this is a nice advantage that can get things started for the match between 2 teams. But at the end of the day, the advantage gained from, you know, winning the rock, paper, scissors is not so much that it can swing the potential of the whole match, especially if there's strong enough players to balance out your team towards the, you know, that are like either in the anchor position or in the second position. Because the thing is, a lot of teams ended up just sending the same player in first, whether they won the rock, paper, scissors or not, which is actually a good way to do it, because that means you reduce the amount of advantage your opponent gains from winning the rock, paper, scissors necessarily. Unless you're thinking of like playing around the specific character matchup that your opponent sends in. But to be honest, if you're comfortable enough with your character, you're probably comfortable enough with any matchup that might be sent your way. But that's the rough idea of the format. And basically it's a round robin again with your pool. So after you face every team in your pool, the top 2 teams, the teams with the most number of points or wins, are the ones that advance to the top 16. And of course there are 8 pools, so that's 16 teams making it to that stage. and any tiebreakers were resolved by individual set wins, and if there was a further tie in there, then head-to-head would resolve the ties. And if there were still ties beyond that point, then an additional game would be conducted to break the tie between the teams that are tied. So it's a really solid format. I think it allows for a number of games to be played while still ensuring that, you know, it doesn't take forever to complete the tournament. Because typically when we have team level tournaments or exhibitions in the States, they end up being just like a one-off, like, you know, 10v10 or 12v12 or 20v20, right? They don't end up being like a tournament, full tournament scale bracket in this manner. So having this format at an event like this that also had a singles event, I think was really, really nice to break up the flow and change the scenery a little bit. And honestly, I enjoyed myself kind of more in the 3v3 than I did in the singles tournament. I've been on the record saying this, but I'm a big fan of team tournaments in general. And I think more FGC offline events should consider implementing a team format of some kind, because it can make it entertaining. You can build your dream teams with all your favorite players in one trio, and it just allows for being more easily invested, because you don't have to divide your, how do I describe it? You don't have to divide like who you're rooting for, because it's most likely that whoever you're gonna root for is gonna all be on the same team. So it's like, okay, now I can actually root for people that are on the same 3 team, rather than like, oh, there's 2 people that are gonna face each other and they're gonna eliminate each other in losers of pools, and I'm really sad because they're both representing the same region. No, none of that. You can have people from the same region, as we saw, that teamed up together, like Snappy, 2Gig, Knots, all from the US, and it's like, okay, now I can easily just root for this team because it's got all 3 of players that I recognize, and I don't have to worry about them eliminating each other or anything. So it's just really easy to get invested in a team format if you're a spectator. But yeah, I think that suffices to go over the preliminaries for this 3v3 event. We can talk about some other things too before we actually watch the VOD, because as I've already mentioned, I was on Kamone's team, right? And we did have one match on stream against a team in our C pool, but one thing that happened before our match was there were some photographs taken, I think, because the press was interested in, you know, the developers team, I guess. So we took a photo doing the divide pose. It was pretty amusing, and Furious Blog covered it, it looks like, in this tweet. But apart from that, the winning team, again, block your ears if you don't like spoilers, but I do want to mention the winning team because there's some interesting things to talk about for this winning team. So spoilers in 3, 2, 1. The winning team was Shimazaki, Oshuhito, and Watanabe Shacho, right? I was talking with Shimazaki earlier into the weekend, and I was like, are you participating in the singles tournament? And he said no, but he's going to be in the 3v3 tournament, right? And I'm like, oh, that's cool. No, you know, hopefully you can do your best, right? And he was saying like, you know, I don't know, but I have Oshu and Shacho to carry, you know? And that point he made is interesting because I think Shimazaki made a lot of important contributions to this team's success than he might have realized. And that's something that we'll probably easily notice when we watch the VOD, because Shimazaki is not necessarily, how to say it, he's not playing at full strength. He's been out of practice for some time, but he still has all of the decision making, all the game sense that he retained from when he was an active player and one of the best Chaos players in the world. So I think that took him very far in this tournament, and honestly, it made some very, very important contributions to the win that this team eventually got. But of course, Shacho and Oshu, you know, they pulled a lot of weight of their own. Let's be crystal clear about it. They showed that, yeah, this team is the dream team that we all expected it to be on paper. But nonetheless, it was cool to see that they won. And you know, sometimes if you might not expect to make significant contributions, you can still make them when, you know, you're given the opportunity and you rise to the occasion. And Chaos is not a character a lot of people see in high regard. So it's interesting that he was able to make it work somehow, you know? I think it's always cool to see that. In any case, okay, Stormy Night 3v3 Second Fest Day 2. Let's go ahead and begin watching. I think we've set the stage sufficiently enough. There's a lot of tournament to watch, so we're going to skip to the first match that took place. And we can cut the music for now. Not going to need it any longer. Oh, they started already. So, oh no, never mind. They got to the match a little late. Yeah. So I'm not sure which pool this match was from because the pools were distributed using a whiteboard basically. And they had clipboards to track the results from each pool. The running results from each pool, so there's not like a Tonamel or a Start GG or anything. So we're just gonna go off of the teams that we see here currently. So it looks like right now it's Tatsue versus Ripu. Is that true? We can just confirm in the table. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pause just briefly and get the spreadsheet in a separate window, separate screen. Here we go. And we can see what team this is. I do remember seeing the team with Tatsue and Devure. Tatsue, Devure, B-Men. That's a strong team. It looks like it's Devure right now. So it's Devure and Ripu. Devure is interesting to see playing the game again. If this is the same Devure I'm thinking of, they used to play long time ago, Under Night and Birth Vanilla at the arcades, and they played Hilda. They're actually a really good Hilda at the time. And since then, they played, I think they played a little bit of Uniel, but then they weren't as active afterwards. And now, fast forward almost 10 years later, and they're playing Kaguya and Uni 2, it seems. If this is indeed the same Devure. Which it seems to be, based on the way the name is written. But yeah, okay, well, there's going to be some downtime each time they switch players, so we're going to skip forward every time they switch players. But it looks like next it's Tommy against Devure. Yeah, Kaguya is a character that I think most people say is pretty weak. But I've seen a number of Kaguya players that make her work, and it really punishes you for not knowing the matchup. You still have to come prepared against her. But I will say, like, simply no teching or delay teching against her stuff gives her a hard time a little bit. And yeah, this is the and meanwhile, Byakuya, right? Byakuya is a character that I think a lot of people consider to be much weaker in Uni 2 than in the past. But Tommy's a character, or Tommy's a player that has held steadfast to playing the character. He still believes, and he's been rewarded. He still shows that Byakuya is more than capable of making it happen in this version. I can't really think of other Byakuya players that are still playing the character in Japan. And you can see right now it's pretty dominant so far. Devure hasn't really had a chance to play, and it doesn't look like he'll get a chance to. Like, literally no chance to play. The one time he got a chance to play was early into round 1 with a little bit of neutral. The moment Tommy got the first hit, though, it was just converted into the round win. Same thing with the second round. And because this is first to one, it's worth pointing out, I think the players in Japan are very strong at playing first to one. They know exactly what they need to do. They have a fully formed, like, laid out flowchart game plan for first to one. Because you don't have time to really condition. You just gotta run your characters. Gotta run your character's game plan. There's not much else to it. If you waste time trying to figure out your opponent's habits, you put yourself in a losing position, to be honest, because you have to put yourself slightly behind to get enough information on your opponent to make it effective, right? To run like a game that's like, oh, I'm breaking down my opponent's defensive habits, or I'm playing strike throw. There's not really time for that. If your character has anything that can just overwhelm or deliver an onslaught on your opponent, you gotta go straight to it in the first to one format, especially the case with the 3v3 like this, where you lose and you're eliminated. It's not just first to one, it's you lose and you're sent to the back of the line and your teammates gotta close it out, clutch it up for you. So Tatsue's on Merkava, makes sense. I should have skipped forward, my apologies. But yeah, I don't know how much experience Tommy has against Tatsue, but I know that Tatsue has Byakuya experience, anti-Byakuya experience in general from playing Clear Lamp. In the days of like Arcade Unist and I think Uniclair as well, Tatsue played against Clear Lamp quite often. Byakuya Okizeme. But I will say, characters like this, both Merkava and Byakuya, are really good in this environment. Where, yeah, you've got only like maximum 3 rounds to show your opponent enough that gets you the win. Like, show your opponent enough of fear to get them to like crumble before you. But you know, if you have Okizeme like this that loops into itself, and you can get it consistently off of a singular hit, then that goes a long way in this format. So you'll notice like kind of a little bit of a meta. I mean, even then, I don't know. I mean, we didn't end up seeing like necessarily all the characters that you'd expect in the top 16 or even in the top 8. When we get to the top 8, I'll show the character breakdown. Oh my goodness. Is that dead? No, there's one more, right? Surely. 2 meter off from potentially having been able to kill. Okay, come back from this. Yeah, you know, Merkava doesn't have a lot of damage, but you just need the Okizeme. That's all you need. Oh my goodness. Yeah, strong showing from Tommy there. So B-Men is last, right? B-Men hide. I think that's a solid idea to put him anchor. B-Men is really good. He's been playing for a long time now, and this has never been a better time to be a hide main. Hide is really strong. We can skip forward to the start of the match. There we go. So I think the goal with hide and neutral here, well, I was gonna say, is try to land a counter hit off of the pokes that Byakuya throws down in neutral, but you know, if you get hit by Dashi, it's kind of brutal. Because the minute that you have Byakuya blocking, you're in such a winning position. Byakuya's defense against hide is not really that good. But this is a great position now for... You can see, off of literally one hit, look at how much health Tommy has now. Oh, combo drop though. In Uni 2, you can't be dropping combos. It goes both ways, but... Oh dear. Oh dear. Wait. DP on... Was that even minus? I don't know. That he just knew. He just knew. Okay, Byakuya Okizeme. I think I've seen Miyagi Muteki sometimes dash blocking the DP in this matchup. Like on wake up straight up. Like dash block, it eats the ground web and then DP. Because I guess it allows you to beat a delay throw and also still be able to block the meaty. And if they don't meaty, then you get to close space and then DP. But I'm not sure if it's like, I'm not sure how much risk it has. Wow, pressed 5A there. Ballsy. You got to do it though. Yep. Getting the dash see some action is what I would have expected. Oh, 22C. Wow. I even forgot that Byakuya had that, but that seems to be a very good tool at that range. So it seems like for this matchup in neutral, there's like some zones that work exactly perfectly for Byakuya. And then the minute that you're any closer, it gets a little awkward again, and then you're point blank, and that's where it's fine for Byakuya again. That's what it seems to be. It's like basically like there's a dead zone between the ideal Byakuya range here. Oh my goodness, wow. Yeah, strong Tommy performance there. Was that a sweep? I believe that was a sweep. Tommy sweep. Okay, so this match, they got to covering pretty late. Oh, never mind. No, we're good. So this is the team of 3 hides, I believe, with let's see, Trista, Yatohime, and Kirinama. Versus 2 gig snappy knots. Both strong teams. Trista's very good. I think from what I noticed, he's one of the best at maintaining a lengthened period of hide offense. Like he's good at like just keeping you jailed in the corner. Eventually looking for the opening. Oh my goodness. Wait, did he mess up the fuzzy? That didn't look right. ADP. Oh wow. Double side switch for so much health gain. Wow, and that should be dead. Yeah. Oh, this is Yatohime, not Trista right now. Yatohime had a good performance at the singles tournament the prior day. Wow, micro walk under hide, and now Carmen has the corner. That's pretty crazy. Interesting. I wonder what 2 GB is looking for there. Oh, creeping edge. Whoa. Great catch. Yeah, Dash C is insane. It's just insane. The one weakness about it is its vertical hitbox is not good. But it like kind of has to be like that. Otherwise it would be too crazy. Nice closing. Honestly, these two are not really playing like it's first to one, but I think the urgency will start to increase in this round. It's tough though, because 2 gig hasn't been able to land the fuzzy yet. I'm not sure if like it was by design or not. Wow. Backdash into dash C. I am so good at the game. Oh, okay, there you go. Yep. Yep, that was a great button selection. 5B reaches far enough at that range after the hide backdash to catch something. Even though it's not the fastest button, it reaches far. There's the fuzzy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Ah, that baits the guard thrust. Wow. That's exactly what I would have expected to see from 2GIG's Carmine. Like, you just get the one hit, keep them in the corner the whole game, and then they just explode but from the mix-ups. And baiting the guard thrust there, too. Like, Carmine just does it all on his Okizeme. You can catch a lot of things without having to call them out super directly. The guard thrust was accounted for because of the back jump. And he would have been able to account for some shield timings too. So I wonder if the side switch setup has any specific benefits other than the cross up though. That one I'm not sure. In any case, good stuff to 2GIG in that one. To take the opening game. So is this Trista now? Trista and 2GIG? Wow. Yeah, this matchup, I think this is a matchup where actually Carmine is not as comfortable in neutral as he would be otherwise. Because Carmine is so good in neutral, but what can you do against a character that has one of the best projectiles in the game? And has some pretty sickening neutral closing buttons. Gap closing buttons in neutral. The fact too that Carmine can't really go in the air as safely anymore against this character too because of Assault J6C just makes things very uncomfortable. This is a good start. Is this Trista? It seems like it is Trista. This is a really good start. It's like exactly what you want to see. Baits the green shield. Not there though. Oh. Not a good position for 2. He's literally one touch away from dying. Good throw tech. 2B no cancels. Oh my goodness, he's dead. He's dead. 2GIG wasn't able to get anything started in this head-to-head against Trista. Man. I mean, that's how it feels playing Uni too. That's not just a first to one thing. That is Uni too. There are several rounds where it felt like you couldn't really get anything started because you died so fast. Okay, who was sent in next? Knots. Knots the strongest Seth player in NA right now. He's been grinding a lot, so he's become really, really good. Used to play Wagner. Wagner's really good in Uni too, but it's understandable if you want to play Seth now. Because, I mean, even back in Uniclair, he was still playing a little bit of Seth on the side and was gradually getting better and better. It's funny, though, because literally last year at Stormy Night, Knots was in attendance as well, and he played Wagner there. Made it really far in the bracket, too. You could argue, though, that this tournament was a bit more stacked, so... But great start for Knots. Oh, what a 2-seat. That's crazy. Hey, backdash into 5A. Pogo, is this dead? This actually might be dead. Pogo is such an insane starter. Yeah, he's dead. How much did that do? 5.6? 2-touch? I mean, it's Seth, I guess, but... Even if that weren't Seth, I'm pretty sure that would have been 2-touch on a lot of characters. Like, Trista does not need to, like, actually open up Knots that much. Because look at this. He's already going to be in 1-touch territory after this combo. ADP and he's dead. Uni to hide. Oh my goodness. Alright. Hilarious. In any case, Snappy's the anchor on the Chaos. I think Chaos is a little rough in Uni 2, but not because he's bad. It's because of the system changes affecting him negatively, and him not getting enough buffs to compensate for that. But he can still put up a good fight, and this is Snappy we're talking about here. He's very well versed in the character. But that being said, I mean, Hyatt is such a good matchup in the Chaos. Like, even without regard to Chaos's nerfs. Oh wow. Was that preemptively gonna call out whatever the follow-up option was? Probably. You can start with an Aussie cross-up. Wow. Oh, huge grid break. Wake up throw. Combo drop though. Oh, okay. Spaghetti. Oh, and that's a huge round one from Snappy. Stole that away from Trista. Round star dash C. Oh, huge grid break throw again. Found the right time to do so. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, Trista's dropping some combos that are pretty critical here. He's giving Snappy a lot of chances, and of course, that was the reason why he took the first round. But even in this round, the life deficit wouldn't be where it is. But it's over. It's over. Good stuff from Snappy, like taking full advantage, though. That's important to do in first one. If your opponent gives you the chance, you take full advantage of it. And those throws were really well placed. Oops, sorry about this. Okay, let's get before the match. There we go. So this last one is Kirinama versus Snappy. I'm not very familiar with Kirinama, so we'll see what they put forth here. Wow, that converts. Wow. You never know if it's gonna like drop in midair because the opponent's so high in the air for the Rekka juggle, but seemed fine, I guess. Yeah, Kirinama seems uncomfortable in defense so far, but oh my goodness. I mean, but like you know, can you really blame some of these players? Like, how much chaos experience would they have? Not a very popular character right now by any means, but ooh, still some combo drops. Wow. But Kirinama did just enough to take the round away. Yeah, Defiant in the Twitch archive chat said, "One evil team." Yes, indeed. 3 hides. Oh wow, reversal Palebringer. And has a cycle behind it too. It would have been cool if they did the reverse Palebringer and they had CS come up right away, because Palebringer is actually a pretty good starter if you CS cancel it. CS into VO. Not blocking. Gonna be a lot of damage. Yeah, there's not a lot of patience in neutral from Kirinama against the Aussie pressure. Oh, what a fuzzy mash. Snappy's playing really clutch right now. But yeah, there's not a lot of patience in neutral. I think Kirinama doesn't really have to like play super aggressively. Like eventually you will get a chance to just kill Aussie naturally. And it's hide where you have ginormous buttons, so. Oh, what a shield. Yep. Snappy's defense is on point right now. Active defense. BO bait. This is not dead though. Yeah, there's no way this kills. But it's throw to kill, which is still scary. Okay, there was the throw. And after the throw attack, Rise J2C. Snappy clutch. Really good stuff. Okay, the next team, we can skip forward to that. Let's see who it was. Oh, I think it was our team. Okay, it was our team. Because I saw the divide. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was definitely our team. So it's Uzuki, Nanase, Phonon. And we played against another team that was, I think had Tsukibito on it. I don't remember the other two players, to be honest, because Capybara dealt with like the other two players by himself. But Tsukibito was on this team, and that was kind of scary. Yep, so yeah, Capybara Phonon versus Hide Uzuki. Capybara has been playing a lot, Uni too, but I don't know if they've been playing Uni in general for a long time. As far as I can tell, Uniclair was when they were first starting to play. But they're really good. They're really good. You know, they in this set, like, some really good pressure as well. Phonon is in a kind of interesting position where she's good, but you do have to put in a lot of work to win with her. Oh wow. Side switch. Oh, that combo drop was brutal. Because I think Hide could have gotten the offense going with Uzuki from that. I fully would have believed in the comeback there, but didn't have enough health to make up for the combo drop afterwards. Yeah, Capybara is playing really present of mind of the Uzuki spacing. But got clipped there. Another combo drop though. We can see like how brutal dropping combos is in Uni 2. It's the nature of the game. Deep dash assault. Oh, just went for it. Yeah. Oh, did not complete the combo. Yeah, I think Wow. I think Azuki's DP. I don't know. Like, it's a little harder to bait than some other characters from what I can tell, at least. Like, you kind of have to hard bait it. Because it goes a lot farther than you might expect. Horizontally. But sometimes it can just throw you off. It reminds me of like how Akatsuki's DP, after you finish blocking Akatsuki's DP, like Akatsuki's put on the other side of you, and it might like it might throw off your punish. Oh, another combo drop on the close. No. Yeah, but yeah, okay. CSDP on wake up. Okay, the next match was, let's see, who was it? Aramu. Can that be punished on shield dash B? I feel like it can, but maybe only with the 5 frame. I'm not sure. Phonon doesn't have 5 frame 2A anymore. Does she even have a 5 frame at all? No, she does not. Unless one of her DPs is 5 framed, but I doubt it. She doesn't have a 5 frame normal anymore. Yeah, Capybara went a lot for the Assault JAs and also the J2B into cross-up. He was trying to really, you know, go for the first to one going on trickiness. I think it didn't really work throughout the weekend, but I respect the idea. A lot of people are ready for that kind of thing against Phonon, especially though, so you gotta find other ways to open up people. Yeah, Aramu wasn't able to get confirms off of some of these hits, which you have to do with Elgato, because their whole game requires momentum, getting purple bullets and getting your opponents to corner pressure. Offensive guard thrust, yo. Yeah, another combo drop from Aramu. Man. Well, despite like Capybara being off to a good start at this point, the last player that this team had was Bito Landrikia. So yeah, it's gotta be tough. And here that matches. But Capybara was off to a good start. And in general, I think this went really well in Capybara's favor. Like, he got a lot of openings on Bito and was close to killing him, but it just wasn't enough at the end. The sweep would have been so hype. Alas, it did not happen. And as we all know, Landrikia is a character that's harder to fight the longer the match goes on. So you want to end it as quickly as possible, because just by nature of human volatility and the ability to make decisions and the ability to execute the right answers to things, it becomes harder and harder to get things right against Laundrika's pressure, pretty much. Especially when you're taking so much damage and you're being sent to the corner off of literally every hit. He's dead. Oh wait, no, he could have killed. I think he could have killed. I feel like there was no reason to not just go for the kill though, because he has CS. Worst case, you could just CS IW. Input mistake, and that's pretty costly against Bito, or any Laundrika for that matter. Good creeping edge. It's very risky to shield of any kind against Laundrika's JC. And honestly, the reward is like okay at best. Wait. Oh, was that a miss input DP? I think Capybara had the meter for 63C, but just probably messed up the input. But Laundrika shows no remorse, so that was that. I went up next, and it was yeah. Probably however you guys would have expected it to go is how it went. Let's skip forward. So I can just tell you guys right now, my experience fighting as Laundrika was limited to Claire. And at the time I had fought Laundrika and Claire, that was when he had that was basically early in the Claire. So people weren't really experienced on controlling the character like they are now. So I did not have enough preparation for Bito's Laundrika especially. I mean, even when you do have preparation, it's tough. It does not even matter if you're prepared. Yeah, there, I like with that shield and making the 4C whiff, I definitely should have tried to press my advantage a bit more, but it's tough. You're so scared in the moment. There's so much fear. So yeah, and I was not thinking about force function on wake up. It makes sense. It makes sense. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, you gotta hit the so round start sword car into 22C is like a really aggressive round start, right? But against certain characters it'll be fine. It was fine there, I guess. I don't know. Hard to say, but dropping the confirm is just awful because you get nothing. You get absolutely nothing. You waste 100 meter and you don't really get much. And yeah, you just flip over and die after that. So the hero, or the one who has to be the hero of Asen 1, is Kamone himself. Quick bets, guys. Do you think Kamone was the hero of this one? Was he able to overcome Laundrika so that Laundrika can dodge the nerfs? Well, we'll find out shortly either way. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a good starter too. The overhead. That did 3.7 without meter and without Vorpal. Oh, what a throw tech. Celestial. Wait. Oh, did he not have meter? Uzuki doesn't have a DP without meter. Oh my goodness. It's painful. It's painful. So many good decisions made on defense by Kamone, but it seemed like the occasions weren't great for retaliating. Could be an Uzuki thing, but it could have also been like you just didn't have resources. So what can you do? You kind of have to just sit still. Oh no. It just gets worse. Man. Double perfect against the developer. Well, hey guys, at least with this match result, Longika is not dodging the nerfs. Longika is not dodging the nerfs. Nuh-uh. Okay. Anyway, giggles aside, the next match, let's go on to it. So this features the intermediary team, the Asen team that had Nishine on it. And on the other side is one of the organizers. I shouldn't say organizer, but like one of the staff, one of the volunteers. Round start, jump back, charge JC. Oh, that green shield was brutal. It gave away the cycle at the very last moment. Good block. Yeah, this is where Orion gets started. Oh, I almost thought that he was going to be able to bait that VO. Oh my goodness. You're kidding me, right? Plus. Wow. What is going on? What is going on? So many close calls. Wow. That's crazy. Sometimes you just got to chase down with Oria's huge sword. And it'll work out. Wow. Jump back, charged AC seems really good against Orion, actually. I mean, it's just good in general, but against Orion in particular. Seems like a zone that she can't easily reach. Wake up DP. See, if that had been charged AC, I'm pretty sure that would have traded or won. Believe it. Oh, whoa, what a dash under. That is the right idea. But sometimes it doesn't pan out because you don't have enough time to actually dash far enough. But Carmine's dash acceleration is pretty high, so I'm sure that was what made it possible to some degree. Good creeping edge, but you still got to block, it looks like. Nice, yeah. Well done from Kata. Or is it Nata? Either way, good stuff. Okay, second player from the Asen team goes up. The Merkava player. Which Merkava is this? Gagio. So this is the youngster. This is the young Merkava player that put up a really good showing in this tournament, I think. Played like they had experience, like lots of experience in this game. The youth in fighting games these days are truly a threat. Like it's I mean, it's cool to see, but it's like, man, like it's over for us old heads. The next generation is gonna beat us up in these games. Although it's been a good set of interactions won by the Aurea player, and Aurea is more than capable in this matchup. It might not seem it, but her movement, like her movement options and her access to Thanatos, I think really helps with keeping out Merkava at the range that he wants to play at. And even at point blank, like I think Aurea is better because she has 5 frame. Her 6 frame 5.8 goes really far. Smart steer. Smart steer as a mid combo idea. I believe it gives grid when you do steer ender from smart steer. Oh, guard thrust. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, sometimes you can get away with it. Oh, sorry. Sometimes you can get away with it. You guys, I overslept before the stream started, so I'm still kind of waking up. My apologies. That's why we got started a little bit later than the scheduled time initially. Unfortunately, I was meant to do groceries, but even that was missed out on, so I had to do it after the stream's over. Oh, what a 2A. It can be a little bit discouraging to press against Aurea's 6B. It's a little weird, but if you mash like preemptively, it could be done without having to worry about reacting to it directly. It's a hard enough move to react to, just generally speaking, but especially mashing against it is a little scary. Great confirm. Oh, missed the ender. That's like the most critical part to land, because that's what gives you the Oki. Instead, it's back to neutral. Okay, what a shield. This doesn't kill, I don't think. Even with Merkava's high IW damage, I don't think this kills. Because he has low damage in general. Ah, wow. So that whole set, the conditioning was doing Aurea's J force function and going into an air normal, right? Which Gagio kept shielding. And the very last interaction where that came into play, he finally went for an empty low, and it was the most important time to have done that. Conditioning at its best. Okay, so Nishine gonna have to come through and save the day. Gonna need to be a reverse sweep. But if there's anyone that can do it, it is definitely Nishine. Yeah, going for like A normal into 6B early on makes a lot of sense, because that's when the player is less likely to be super jumpy. That is like they're like mashing, or you know, they might end up green shielding early on, right? Because they're playing in a greedy manner early on into the set. So it actually makes a lot of sense to go for 6B in this manner early into the set. And that way, if you can get them to be jumpy, sooner, then that means your other stuff will work sooner as well. The stuff that you get more damage off of. 2-2C. Oh no. Not the Oreo player getting opened up by their own shenanigans. Seeing Oreo players getting opened up by that 4C2A. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Oh, no DP. Oreo has a DP now. Meterless. Okay, that was funny. Yo, DP again. Let's go. Well, I'm surprised the dash she got through there. Yep, good mash. Interesting ender. I guess just wants to go back to neutral. Oh wow. This is a bit of a scramble so far in this round. This is not really where Nishine wants to be playing in the losing position of the round in. But okay. Wow. Throw to kill. Good block. Good block. Good throw tech. That was great defense. Oh, the anti-air though. The day one. Anti-airing with DP. Almost really clutch to stay alive for one more round, but it wasn't enough at the end of the day. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I should be back in time to talk about a little bit of the next head-to-head, but I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Looks like I missed only a round, thankfully. So it's Cha-Cha, Uzuki, and of course Nishine Oreo. No idea how this matchup goes. But honestly, Uzuki's a character that can have solid fighting time against certain characters in neutral and then just get completely bulldozed on defense by that same character. Which might be the case for this matchup actually. It's weird how it goes. It's not unusual by any means. There are a couple characters in Uni like that. Akatsuki's an example. Like, gets destroyed in neutral, but once he gets in, it's like he can put in a lot of work, of course. But it's the early signs of the Nishine sweep so far. Okay, this is Kore. Kaguya. Korda is, I believe, one of the leaders of, or I shouldn't say leader, but like one of the people in charge of Vorpal Hedgehog, and also one of the tournament organizers for Stormy Night. Now we get to see his Kaguya in action. Oria doing 5As mid-screen, or a mid-string from Smart Steer is so scary. It's so scary. Because, I mean, her 5A already has a lot of reach, but when you cancel it into itself, there's so many options she can still do. Blah. She can still do from it. And again, she has one of the highest range 5As in the game, so just makes it all the more scary. Yep, that's the right move to do. Great recognition from Korda. You don't need to hold 2-2C from that range. Oh, that did so much damage. Oh my goodness. Oria just died. Just melted. The 2D6C did like 4.5 or something. It's not looking good for Korda fans, Kaguya fans right now. But good patience. That was a great CS. Catches Oria's backdash. Wow. Oh. How did he recover in time to block? And what a DP. Shield into DP. Hello? Nishine clutch. It honestly looked a little uncomfortable there. Especially after how he exploded in the second round. Like, you blink and his health bar was just gone. But at the end, he was able to close it out, Nishine. Yep, good stuff. Okay, this next head-to-head involves Kyo, it looks like. Kyo's team. That'd be Kyo Gordo. Oh, it's this team. Oh my goodness. Okay. I didn't talk about this team. I apologize. I should have mentioned it, but I completely slipped my mind. So basically, this is the team of like Evo, Evo. Well, okay, let's put it this way. It's a team of strong players. Okay. I won't spoil it for those of you that want to be able to have a surprise. But yeah, we're seeing team of 3 hides go up against this mysterious team that involves Kyo. Oh. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. They mislabeled the team. So yeah. It looks like it's Kyo, not Gordo, but Kyo Waldstein, which is crazy. Manager? Wait, who is this hide team? Manager, Nono Kutechan, Katakana. It's not even 3 hides. One of the players is playing Eltnam on the 3 hide team. How could they? A very aggressive start, of course, to try to bring this back from Kyo. Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a wake up dash block, but still have to block high, of course. Yeah, yeah. What are you pressing against Waldstein? Waldstein's hitboxes don't have hurtboxes as close to where the hitboxes are. So it's not surprising that the VO just got like auto baited pretty much. Yeah, but yeah, strong rounds from Kyo. Waldstein's very scary in this version. A good Waldstein will put the fear of all things Hollow Knight into you. I don't know. I don't know what else I would have said there, but you know, you're gonna know fear itself. And Kyo is a player that is not a stranger to fear. I mean, plays Gordo primarily after all. Although recently he's been playing more Kuon, and it's a bit of a shame. I wonder if he'll use Kuon for Arc World Tour Finals. I hope to see his Gordo there, but you know, we'll see. Gordo is a little bit of a difficult character to win with, but this is Kyo after all. He's been able to make it work for so long. So why stop now? I just do wonder if he's gonna end up switching from Gordo when the time comes for the Arc World Tour Finals. Oh, what a shimmy. I love it. Okay, back to the corner. Wake up DP, let's go. You know, Waldstein's backdash is actually really good, the more I think about it. All things considered, it's actually a good backdash. Oh, wake up SPD, baited. Is this dead, actually? I think he could have killed from that, to be honest, but fair enough. Still got the next hit anyway. Oh, wow. That's jumpable, but you never really expect it. Dash SPD. Plus. Is that dead? Yeah, definitely. Oh, that was so meaty. Yeah, you normally expect like JC from that, but JA is a very strong option too. It's fast, and if it hits at a low height, it's still enough plus for Waldstein to do some good things from it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Kyo is so good at baiting Veil-offs. Something that transfers over very well, no matter what character he's playing, whether it's Gordo, whether it's Waldstein. Okay, I don't know about Kuon, but I'm sure he can do it with Kuon as proficiently as well. Skip forward a little bit. Yeah, I can't believe I've been lied to. It's the team name is Three Hides, and there's an Elnum player on the team. How could they? Meanies. Oh, this is Niat? According to one of the chat messages, this is Niato, who's been a long time Elnum player. I believe I started playing in Unist. And during a time period where Elnum was considered to be a bit weaker, that is Claire, Niato was one of the few Elnum players that was still active on the character. At least in Japan. Because otherwise it was Muon. And I don't think Muon is playing anymore. This is about to be a sweep for Kyo Waldstein. It's crazy. Oh no. That was supposed to be Dash C. Okay, it doesn't matter. Nice shield. Very nice shield. Yeah, dropping combos is Elnum. We've already talked about it as being just a prevalent thing in Uni 2 in general, but dropping combos, especially as Elnum, is really bad. Because you're left with less bullets for the subsequent engagement, and you really need purple bullets to further advance your game plan with Elnum. That's how you apply the momentum that the character's meant for. Alright then. Yep. Whiffing the assault normal on the other side was just meant to coerce the opponent into pressing. Steer ender early to try to get cycle. Makes sense. Cycle secured. Oh, that's dead. That is so dead. And that is a GG. GG and GG's. So that was a Kyo Waldstein sweep. Good stuff. Seems like they went on an intermission after this, so let's go ahead and skip forward quite a bit. I don't like Twitch VODs, you know, but whatever, we have to deal with it. Wait, so this is top 16 next? Guess we'll find out. This might be top 16 coming up. I'm pretty sure this is top 16 based on who's going up. So, because yeah, it's Nephros, Deeps, and Cabin Sugar there. So, while they're getting ready for top 16, let me quickly just pull up some of the top 16 photos I have. So, okay, that's top 8. Oh dear. Darn it. Let me find the top 16 photo. Sorry about this. Should have pulled it up earlier. There we go. Oh wait, it's not top 16. Oh no, this is top 16. Okay, so this is the top 16 teams that made it to the next stage. You can see we've got Mao Neji Senaru, Tommy Ripu Stawo, Knots 2 Gig Snappy, Trista Yatohime Kirinama, Act 3 Freeze, Miyagmuteki Yagi, Jose Shinonome Wako, Ral Suiga Kita, Gajio Waka Waka Monsta, and Nishine. Then in the lower portion, Toratama, Shiki, Sero. Toratama on Oria. Wow. Then we have Miyama Wari, Kaji Alpaca Man, Makochin Chobi Mawaru, Cabin Sugar Deeps Nephros, Ryuse Bryce Mosin, Wakutsu Notes and New, Oshuhito Shimazaki Watanabe Shacho, and Himanin I can't read that player, and I think this is Onku. So very, very strong teams in the top 16. Plenty of character diversity as well. I didn't do the tally of the character representation in top 16, but I did for top 8, which we'll get to later on. But now that we've seen the representation there, we can go ahead and check out the first couple matches. So top 16 very stacked. Again, the way it worked is the first 2 teams of each pool advanced into the top 16 stage, and from there it's a single elimination bracket. And I believe all the matches from top 16 onward were performed on stream. So anyone that was in the audience got some very, very good uni the rest of the day. Very enjoyable. Okay, a lot of downtime right now, but we're going to skip forward. Here we go. Okay, so first head-to-head looks like it's Cap and Sugar versus Neji Uzuki. Neji, one of the, he's been very active in this game for a long time, and he's been switching characters over the years. Back in the day, he used to play Carmine, then he played Byakuya, then he played Mika, then he and as a lot of people know by now, Evo Finals in 2019 with Mika. Then he played a little bit of Kaguya in Uni 2, and now he's playing Uzuki ever since she came out. And he's probably one of the best Uzukis, if not the best Uzuki in Japan right now. So gives a lot of problems to other people if they don't know what the character does. Cabin Sugar as well, very, very strong Lin player, steadily improving over the years. Started with Eunice, hailing from Australia. I think he's really good at picking apart opponents' defense and just continuously exploiting their flaws, their holes. And he also has great matchup knowledge. Over time, he's improved his combos, so it's really good to see. But Uzuki's a really weird matchup, it seems. And you're facing Neji's Uzuki, no less. Oh, the VO, yeah. Yeah, we're all prone to it, the emergency VO. It's bound to happen. In a 1-to-1 setting, it's even more tempting, I guess. But that's where the risk is ever present. Jikanguda is in the Twitch archive chat, and he said, we're not losing yet. Pretty funny. Like, haven't lost yet, I guess. Anyway, next is, this appears to be Nephros, I guess? Yes. And Nephros, extremely strong Lin player. I think the players in Japan have come to realize that, yeah, he's one of the best Lin players currently active in the game. He's been tearing through each and every Japan player that he faced, at least in the long set. And even in the singles bracket of day 1 of Stormy Night, he had a really strong performance. I think he was the highest placing. Wait, no, never mind. Yeah, I mean, he was the highest placing Lin player, I believe. So, yeah. Oh my goodness! I always got hit by that, but this time he went for the double. The double shimmy. Oh, but Helmbreaker catches, and that's enough. Yeah. Love the guard thrust. I'm a huge fan of guard thrust. Every time I see it being used in the manner I've discussed, I make it a point to mention it. Great J pickup from Nephros, keeping it simple. Throw back into the corner. Yeah, Nephros' pressure is so good with the character. And throw loops. Okay, I believe in the Nephros sweep. Let's go. But the next player sent in was another Uzuki player. Is this Mao? Based on the color, it's probably Mao. Mao's also very good. Yeah, something I've noticed about Nephros, he'll always spend CS after being throw teched if he has CS available. Which, you know, it does allow you to make the right decision. And which can allow you to keep your turn as well. And some players end up respecting pretty much all the time. So I guess in a way it's like, yeah, they get to always feel confident that CS will be spent. But I'm sure Nephros does have situations where he won't spend CS, just that he still has it available for other things. You know, but he does it often to get you to think that he's always going to spend CS, I guess. Oh, shimmy. Okay. Lynn's shimmy is really good too, because she's fast, and her 5A reaches really far. So. And it's 5 frame. Oh, it did not. Yeah. Yeah, I think Nephros was thinking about it as soon as he went for the 236C pressure reset. He was like, oh, wait a minute. I can actually do this. It's first to one. I can actually go for the 5C charge 5C. Yeah. I think a lot of players in Japan are uncomfortable dealing with that. And this is first to one, so all the more reason to go for it. Okay, now this is Nephros and Senare. Run up to 2B. Oh, what a catch on the green shield. Such great recognition. That was 6B with 5A. Yeah, Nephros just has great precision and knowledge of Lynn's normals. Because I don't see as many Lynn players use 6B in this way he does. And 6B is really good. It's been this way for a long time, but I think it's just something that is underutilized in Lynn's moveset. Ah, yeah. Dash C is so good. On Elgato. You don't really have to be thinking about what you're trying to catch, you just do it. And it catches so many things. Anti-air cutting sync. VO right away, wow. Oh no. That's a very dire grid break. Throw loops, throw loops. Throw loops. Oh wow, Senare went for the throw. That is pretty risky to do, but it is understandable. Hey, what's up, Atrical? Sorry if I'm pronouncing the name incorrectly. Yeah, good afternoon. It's going quite well. We've gone through up to the top 16. This is the first top 16 match of Stormy Night second day 3v3. Stormy Night was a lot of fun, so I wanted to make sure to go back over the VODs and talk about some things I noticed in the tournament in person. And you can also get a new perspective when you watch it over again, the VOD. you try to watch live, but you weren't familiar with all the player names, so this is really awesome. Yeah, glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. You come to the right place. Sit back and enjoy, of course. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions about what you're seeing. Yeah, this is as close as it gets. I mean, this is Evo Champion versus breakout performance from the one and only Nephros. You can say it is an immovable object going up against the unstoppable force. Man, this is nail biting though. Oh, barely had enough time to get the DP cancel from the gunshots. 5 ACS, wow. Ah, wow. Yeah. No, I mean, good stuff from Nephros. You guys, it's the real deal. Like, trust me, this is like a lot of people see this and like, oh, he beat the Evo champion the first to one fluke, right? But Nephros was showing this clean play throughout the whole weekend, and he was the one that was close to eliminating Oshuhito on the loser side of the singles tournament the day before. So this clean sweep he made of Senaru's team, which had Senaru, Mao, and Neji, is legit. Like, it is as clean of a result as you saw here. Clean and legit. That was a sweep made. He beat all three of Mao, Neji, and Senaru. Really good stuff. Okay, so fast forward to the next match. Looks like they did some intermission things. So we'll skip forward some more. Well, that's a long... What? Did they do nothing for an hour? Wow. So this VOD, despite being 7 hours in the printed length, is not really as long as far as watching matches as we might have expected. Oh, this is a good one. So on the left side, it's the team with Shinonome. I think, what is it? Shinonome Koze Wako, I think. And the team on the right, we're seeing Kaji go up. I don't remember the other one of Kaji's teammates. Let's give it a look quickly. Kaji, Miyamawari, and Alpaca Man. But yeah, Kaji, the player that was in attendance to Climax of Night, thanks to the fundraising that was done by the NA players, and had a good performance at Climax of Night, made top 8. And of course, Shinonome, one of the strongest Waldstein players in Japan. Probably second to Watanabe Shacho himself, I would say. So he's really good. Shinonome's team was the qualifying team from the pool I was in for the 3v3, so I had first-hand experience against this terror of Waldstein. Trying to stay up at 4 a.m. to watch with hour-long breaks, yeah. Yeah, very understandable, man. I mean, trust me, the in-person experience was great, and if you could ever make it out to Stormy Night someday, I'd recommend it. But yeah, in terms of the viewing experience from home, I can understand, like, staying up late, trying to watch these high-profile matches, and they end up fitting in, like, you know, an hour-long break, and you're not sure when they're going to resume the next match. Very understandable. So it looks like we're getting Shinonome versus Kaji to start. Is this top 8? This actually might be top 8. I have no clue. Anyway, whatever. We'll just go on. Waldstein gives you nightmares? Yeah. Good Waldstein players are so scary to play against. Like, you have to... It really forces you to be on your toes. You have to play active defense. Can't play passively whatsoever. Wow. Early grid break is very bad. For Waldstein especially. Waldstein has very slow normals, and it limits his ability to retaliate defensively, especially if you're good broken, because you can't reduce block stun to get within a comfortable range of being able to apply your defensive buttons. That's when you become more reliant on just solid defense and perhaps SPD if you get a chance to make use of it. But even then, it's super risky. The fact that you can't assault when you're grid broken really hurts Waldstein. I mean, Shinonori's been playing good defense in this set so far. It's not like he's that far behind. And he still has Vorpal to work with. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it was a rough start, but he's still in a solid enough position to take this round, I would say. Oh, a whiff on the SPD. It wasn't close enough. VO? Hero VO? Hero VO? Come on, IWEX. Oh, you can't IWEX. Okay, yeah. It's not, like, it wouldn't be in range. Fair enough. I mean, it's the same thing. You get better Oki off of IW anyway. Oh, no. I wonder if Shinonome was trying to CS, but yeah. It's tough. It's tough. There's too many things to think about when you're defending against Laundrikia. Okay. Empty assault SPD, the classic. I apologize in advance for the issues with sound syncing. That's just the Twitch player stuff, sadly. I wish this were uploaded on YouTube, but it's not yet done. And I want to make sure to watch over these VODs as early after. Basically, I wanted to do it as close to when the event was taking place as possible. So, because everything's fresh on my mind still. What is that sound in the background? Did they turn up the volume? Okay, they did. I just wanted to make sure nothing else was playing in the background. Yeah, I think they're just having trouble with sound mixing. What a 1A. Yeah, they gave Waldstein a lot of great tools in Uni too. Like tools that feel like it's reasonable. They're not like they didn't overdo it, but they also made sure to like give him a notable power boost. The sound was just really bad on stream all weekend. Oh, I see. Okay. Man, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And that's dead. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, Kaji, push-ups for you. No teching on the SPD. Did he just stand up? Probably. You probably thought he was dead because he didn't tech. You're right. He didn't tech at all. And yeah, when the SPD came, he didn't tech the SPD, and he didn't tech as in like waking up. He no teched, so that's possible. But in any case, that's Kaji down. So next is it looks like it's all Pakaman, Merkava. Wow. Yeah, that dive kick that Alpacaman did, it legitimately would have caught something if Shinonome had pressed a button. It's crazy. Merkava's dive kick is absurd. And there it is. Merkava and Hilda have both absurd dive kicks. It's crazy. Dive kicks in this game in general are really good, but you hate this wacky arm guy. I mean, yeah, Merkava's good. He has issues, but in the first to one setting especially, I feel like his strengths shine more than his issues. Because his Okizeme is super powerful. And it's something that a lot of characters become mortal to because they have to hold it. So, and I think we'll see it in the top 8 representation once we get there, if this isn't already the top 8, which now I'm not so sure. This might be top 8 actually. But in any case, there were a lot of Merkavas. I shouldn't say a lot. There were quite a number of Merkavas. Yeah. Actually, were there? I might be thinking of the random 2-on-2 that took place at Lucy. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of that. My bad. Never mind. Good tech. I actually gave away cycle from that. Legitimately in this matchup, I think doing 2 dive kicks in a row is extremely legit against Waldstein, because Waldstein's buttons aren't fast enough to challenge like after the first dive kick. Dive kick is safe on block, and even though it's minus, like Waldstein's fastest buttons aren't really that fast, so it's like you might actually be able to jump again and avoid in time the button that Waldstein pressed after blocking the dive kick, and then it'll hit him after that. Can bully the big guy? Yeah. Merkava, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a winning matchup for him. It's still pretty even, but there are certain things that you can kind of abuse on Waldstein. Against Waldstein, rather. Yeah, good stuff from Alpaca Man. Clean. So next is Wako. Wako is the Batista specialist. It's so good to see him back on the game. I'd say he's the best Batista in Japan. Like, other than, like, back when Daniru was the one that was, or sorry, back when Wako wasn't active, I would say Daniru was the best Batista in Japan, but Wako's back, and he's here to prove that he's still got it. I mean, he's been grinding, though. According to Shimazaki, he was playing mostly kind of discreetly, like in secret. But, of course, he would appear on a couple of streams in ranked matches online. But at Stormy Night, he was here to show that he still got it. He just got like an unparalleled level of control in the character. Understands really well gem placement and how to best utilize the detonations. Obviously great at partitioning as well. Basically, the nerfs on Batista and Uni 2 don't really matter for Wako. Batista players always have a really cool flow. Yeah. 100%. Oh, wow. Yeah. Great round. Even though Wako got clipped a few times, it still felt like he was in control overall. He was dictating things. So that's the level of expectation you have to go into this matchup with. The player matchup, that is. Not even like the Batista. Because Merkava does fine against Batista. It's not like terrible necessarily, but Wako Batista, that's a different story. Love the no-tech. That's the right line of thinking against Merkava Oki. Ooh. Wasn't patient for long enough. I think he still wins the cycle. Yeah. Wako does. It would have needed to be an early steer ender from Alpaca Man to secure it. It looks like it won't matter though. Oh, I spoke too soon. Yeah. It's such a good option. Legit. It is so good. Merkava's dive kick is just... Oh, great 2B Abra. Oh, yeah. You have when you're that close to the opponent and you spot the grid break post chain shift, you actually have a little bit of time to still bait a guard thrust. They have to guard thrust as late as possible, which is pretty risky to do at that point. Like at that point, sometimes people just take the throw. But you like when you're that close, you have time to bait the guard thrust still, and that's exactly what happened. But Wako's still in this. This is a great hit. What? Why did that do 5.2? I guess I wasn't paying attention. Oh, speaking of baiting guard thrust, wow. I blinked and Wako won that round. Wow, that was crazy. Why did that do 5.2? He literally he got his guard thrust baited and he got punished. I guess Merkava doesn't do enough damage. Don't mess with robot girls. Yeah, for real, for real. All right, last player in from the team with Alpaca Man and Haji is, we're waiting on that one. Wait, huh? Oh, what? Wait, no. Who is it? I gotta check the player list. Miyamawari. Not too familiar with this player. So we'll see what they can do in this. I mean, it's hide. It's 2FF. You can see it already. This move is just, it's just silly. This player is fully aware of what they need to do in this matchup based on what I'm seeing already. And there's honestly little Batista that can do about it anyway. The best projectile in the game. But this is a good hit from Wako. This is gonna matter a lot. Steer ender. Oh, wow! You can actually get over that. That looked really precise though. That looked really tight, but still, great positioning. Wow. Wako did not falter despite getting clipped by 2FF a number of times. It looks like, yeah, I was going to say Miyamawari needs to get a clean hit here to try to turn things around. The names on the scoreboard aren't right, by the way, guys, so that's why it might look like I'm saying names that are not what you see, but that's still Wako and Miyamawari. Oh, wow. Yeah, I would have flinched too. You don't really expect a no meaty there, especially with the dash of gem placement, but then if you detonate right away, then you catch your opponent trying to react to the fact that there was actually no meaty. Oh, not blocking though. That might have been a wake up CS. I'm sure if we frame by frame that, we would have seen like a couple frames of concentrate. But it's not easy to frame by frame on Twitch player. Air unblockable, yep. The follow up to Pizza. 6B no cancel. Good blocks. Oh my goodness, that is one touch to kill from here. One touch to kill from here. Oh, drop. Oh, it's still one touch to kill. After all these years, you think Twitch would have a good video player? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Some Wako goodness right here. With the Batista mix. Disco ball again because he still had enough VO time. Okay, good defense. Oh! Oh! Come on, you just gotta close out the combo. There you go. Very nice. Wow. Clutch. Clutch. I mean, of course, off the back of some solid high damage that we should expect to see from the character from any player, no matter who's playing. Yeah, it was enough to do it. I mean, Wako had a good sequence at the tail end there, but again, took too much damage early into the round and it wasn't enough. Still good stuff from Yamawari. So I believe the last player for this team is Koze. Yeah, Koze. Koze Oria is the last player. Okay, so this disco ball attack is awesome. Yeah, it really is good. Like, again, I think Batista got so many nerfs in Uni 2. In my opinion, she got over nerfed. I know that might be a controversial statement, and I was of the opinion that she needed nerfs, yes, going into this version. But the extent of her nerfs should have only really been on making her able to be counter hit, in my opinion. Like, the fact that she got nerfed by the system change is reasonable enough too, I would say. But, you know, like at that point, other characters are being buffed so much that power creep is going to hit her quite a lot, right? So she feels a lot weaker than she should be. But that being said, she's still really good. And all the specialists on Batista are still monsters on the character. In any case, now we have Koze and Miyamawari. Koze Oria is really good. Improved a lot recently. I think they've been grinding that play as well, so that's good. They get a lot of experience. And Oria is obviously very strong in Uni 2. It's a good start. DP, yep. Newly buffed move of Oria's is that her BDP is actually a DP. For whatever reason, it wasn't in the past. I'm a big fan of that change. I think Oria is a character that should have a DP, a meterless one. It didn't really make sense that she didn't have a meterless DP. After all, she's like a character that's supposed to control space with moves, like with so-called melee moves, like play footsies. She reminds me of like the Charlotte function, Charlotte from Samurai Showdown, and Charlotte also has a DP. Oh, what a creeping edge. Was that back tech and a creeping edge? In any case, what's the pressure? Oh, that doesn't convert? Even on counter it? That's so weird. DP or IW? IW would have killed. You get 2-2C? Oh, you got a 2-2C, man. This is first to one. Don't. Oh, no. You can't be gentle in first to one. That's unfortunate. Koze definitely had a number of chances to close it out there. But Miyamawari, the opportunist. Oh, now he goes for 2-2C. Oh, what a backdash. This is not dead, but this is going to be painful. Throw to kill. Oh! Yeah, you gotta believe in the VO, I guess, but man, was that risky. This is a close match, though. There we go. Okay. Well done from Koze at the end of it. Getting the CS into DP at the end. Winning cycle was crucial, but that's the game after all. Yeah. At least we got to see every player on both teams. That's always nice. Okay. So we can fast forward to the next match. That screen feed DP looks sick. That's CS, you said? You're not too familiar with Uni, so you can't add much insightful chat. Oh, you're all good. Yeah. It's called chain shift. Chain shift is like one of the most important mechanics in the game. Basically, you know about the grid gauge, right? The grind grid. That's a cycle in the center, and you're trying to have more blocks of that grind grid than your opponent when the cycle makes a full revolution. The tug of war, exactly. So if you have more blocks of it upon the full revolution being made, then you win what's called grid vorpal. And grid vorpal is what allows you to be able to make use of the chain shift mechanic. And chain shift you can think of as like a a pause button as well as an omni cancel. It's really powerful, and it also gives you meter. It's hard to talk about all the uses of chain shift, but I'm sure you're seeing some of the applications of it and why it's so sought after in this game. Okay, looks like our next match has started. So Waka Waka Monster versus Act 3 Freeze. Act 3 Freeze, pretty infamous. Okay, I shouldn't say infamous, but a Lin player known for playing kind of a very wild style, but they're very good. Act 3 Freeze is very good. And Waka Waka Monster, they might be known by a different tag, and I'm not remembering at the moment, but obviously rocking the Carmine. Carmine is very strong in Uni 2. I am of the opinion that yes, Carmine players are a degree of carried in Uni 2. Wake up buttons. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Carmine gets pickups off of 2C whiff cancel now. Good bait on the force function. This is not good for Act 3 Freeze right now. Gotta hold this mix up. Hero VO. Oh, no punish and guard thrust. It pushed out just far enough. Okay, actually, Waka Waka Monster can still win this. This is what is known as EX Carmine, where... Oh my goodness. Okay, you can't kill from this. Yeah, you can't kill off of this, but... Oh my goodness. Act 3 Freeze had to make it interesting. But it was the TOA that finished it out. Do nothing and then get hit. Yeah. That's the Carmine special. You do nothing to bait something and then you end up getting hit. Well, theoretically with bombs, that would have been ideal for Waka Waka Monster, but you know, there were no bombs available. This is actually, I would consider a Lin favored matchup, but Carmine is much stronger in this version now, so I think the matchup differences are not as evident as they used to be. She's a speedy one. Oh, I got cycle kind of late to be able to close out the round. VO, wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, good defense. You have CS. You gotta spend it somehow. There you go. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, it was the roll to finish it out. Yeah, that is the Act 3 Freeze special. Wow. Well, that was an entertaining match. Really close. I think Waka Waka Monster just didn't have... He wasn't able to like hold down the Carmine offense as securely. Because Carmine offense is very, very scary, and I don't think he scared Act 3 enough. You really like that dash through attack Lin does into CS? Reminds you of BB tag stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the movesets in this game are a lot more developed than the BB tag analogs. So, you know, especially in Uni 2 where they gave a lot of characters some new moves. But yeah, it's a it's that attack you're talking about was newly given to Lin in Uni 2. It's a follow-up to her Kuga, her ground Kuga. It's nice because you can use the frame trap, you can use it to catch backdashes, and it's not punishable in block, to my understanding. So you're not in that bad of a position after it. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, who's this player? Is this Gagio? Yeah, this is Gagio, the youngster. On the Merkava. Playing neutral very well, Gagio is. Oh, no CS. Great use of force function roll. I think that was the right idea. Ah, the combo drop. This is not good at all. It does not matter how much health Merkava has. Oh, no meter. Interesting. There's the roll. Can Merkava's big limbs be countered like a Dalsum, for example? They sure can. Absolutely. Uh-oh. Oh, I remember this when this happened. So what happened is that Gagio's controller disconnected because Gagio was playing on a pad, and they had to like settle it or something and restart. I think they just did a remake, so they had to redo this match or something. I don't remember. Normally it's supposed to be like a round loss or a game loss, but obviously this is 1st to 1, where it's painful to do that. But I mean, still, it's supposed to be that technically. But I think that's how they ended up resolving it. They ended up just remaking. We can skip forward. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Gagio versus Act 3 again. Let me skip forward because this round doesn't matter. This is just to get things back to where they were before. A perfect, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, I think as long as they got the meter back to the same amount, since it happened at the very beginning of the round, it was okay. Hey, Robbo, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're finishing up with watching Stormy Night. This is the 3v3 bracket. I believe this is top 8. Yeah, this is top 8 as indicated at the bottom. So we can go ahead and check the representation after this match because I kind of forgot and I wasn't paying attention to the fact that top 8 started. Does Lynn's little homie flying around ever help out? No. I know, it would be cool, but I don't know. The devs aren't really doing anything. Its name is Ku. It's a dragon. Ku. Ku, in fact, does not do anything. Welly has the best seats in the house. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Gagio is playing the matchup well, but just hasn't been able to get stable Oki off of any hit. And Octo, oh my goodness. Dive kick, yeah. Spending the meter, I guess, just to ensure that it kills. Fair enough. Oh, wow. That converts on counter hit. Makes sense. Throw. Oh, no. That has to have been a misinput. And that was just... Yeah, I mean, that was just the Act 3 freeze train in the last round. Rough way to go down, but it happens. Okay, actually, while they're doing their thing, we can pull up the top 8 character representation. So, this is a representation of characters in the top 8 of the 3v3. We can see a lot of characters are represented. A total of 12 characters. No. How many characters is that? 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 characters represented. 16 unique characters. Out of 24 different players. And 4 Lins, 2 Hydes, 2 Aurea, 2 Merkava, 2 Batista, 2 Waldstein, 1 Biaka, 1 Carmine, 1 Chaos, 1 Gordeau, 1 Hilda, 1 Kuon, 1 Lundrikia, 1 Nanase, 1 Phonon, 1 Seth. I think the surprise here is actually the 4 Lin. So that's surprising to me, at least. For 3v3 especially, where it's 1st to 1 format. I would not expect to see 4 Lin players. But I think the rest of it sounds about right. But to be fair, the character we're seeing here, I think, still suggests that the game is well balanced. One Nanase, let's go. Yeah, I think the one Nanase was Sutawo Nanase, one of the best Nanase players in Japan. But he plays a very peculiar style. Let's put it that way. In general, though, Nanase doesn't see a lot of representation in deep into brackets. Okay, anyway, sorry. Let's focus on the match here. This is Nishine versus Act 3 Freeze. Nishine is probably one of the best Oria players in Japan. I mean, the thing is, the Oria players in Japan are so good, and there's probably 3 of them that you can argue are like among the best between them. Like Nishine, Ryu, and Gutsugutsu. All 3 of them are like good in their own way. But I think Nishine is uniquely good at just very fast adaptation to his opponent. But here we go. One of the reasons I think Lin was able to make it get a lot of success in the 3v3-2 is the the whole 5C delay 2C versus 5C charge 5cc mix up. That got a lot of people throughout the weekend, especially in the 3v3, because it's first to one. Your chances of having a reversal of fate after getting hit by one of those is lessened, because each time you get hit by that mix up, you're taking upwards 3k, almost 4k damage each time. So you really don't have many chances afterwards to make a comeback afterward. Whereas if it's first to 2, then you still have a chance to counteract. You still have a chance to make comebacks and things like that. 80p. Whoa. Combo drop. Can't be doing that. Non-uni too. What a mash. I do not see a lot of people mash on 5C. It's an option. It's an option. The Oria player really feels in control of the flow of the match. Yeah. Nishine is so good. He's so good. He just has a great understanding of matchups too. Matchups in this game matter a lot and should influence how you play in each individual head-to-head. But especially at top level, you got to understand how your character and their moves interact with the character that your opponent's playing. You can't just always run your character's game plan. You got to be willing to adjust based on the opponent you're facing. Okay, next in line from the right side team, the player 2 team, is Yagi. Ooh, Yagi Batista. Yagi's an excellent Batista player. They brought a lot of unique ideas to the table back in the arcade days of Unist, and they've been active since then as well, so it's been a long time that they've been playing this character. But again, Nishine is very experienced in this matchup, so... Or I shouldn't say in this matchup, but just experience in this game in general. It's looking like a Celestial for Yagi here. Yep, there it is. I do think I should mention this right now. I think a lot of people spend their Celestial too early. A Celestial? Yeah. Celestial is an enhanced version of Vorpal. So I told you if you have more grid blocks when your opponent if you have more grid blocks than your opponent when the cycle makes for revolution, then you get grid Vorpal, right? But if you have more grid than your opponent and your total grid blocks is 6 or more, then you'll actually get an enhanced version of Vorpal called Celestial Vorpal. And all it does is increase your amount of bonus damage from 10% to I think 20%, 30%. 30% is probably what it is. Can't remember the percentage. But it also immediately increases your grid blocks to 12, the full 12 instead of 6. But the whole idea about, yeah, it's pretty big, yeah. The whole idea about Celestial though is that you should use it to just hog the cycle for the rest of the round. There's no reason to spend CS a lot of the time when you get Celestial, because the idea behind Vorpal is to prevent your opponent from getting it. You don't always have to use it necessarily. If you prevent your opponent from getting it, then you just have so much advantage. And there's a lot of leverage you get from having CS available too, because there's situations where your opponent might try to press on your minus frames, and then you can CS to like call them out DP, right, and get your turn back or something. And if you have CS, they might respect that you have that option available, and thus they wouldn't press on your minus frames, which would allow you to continue your pressure or something, right? So it's just all part of the mind games. Love the backdash punish, and she flips into the next time zone. Yeah. Yeah. Mobility in this game is really cool. Oria's backdash is super insane, mid-screen especially. She travels so far. Good throw. CS flash kick. But yeah, what I was saying is that I think the idea behind Celestial is actually you just hog the cycle. Like, you should almost never spend CS when you have Celestial. But I think people still have yet to really explore the full extent of how Celestial can be used. Good round from Yagi. Ah, yeah. Round start dash block into you lose. Because your buttons are slower. Want to throw? Oh, Yagi, no. Oh, wow. I think Yagi was betting on Nishine having committed to something after he set the Thanatos Oki and wanted to snipe it out, right? But that is so risky to do. Nothing behind it to make it safe or be able to convert it off it cleanly. Yeah, and Thanatos absorbs most projectiles, so as long as Nishine is blocking, which he was, then he was gonna win. Learning how to better utilize meters and mechanics like that is so interesting to you. They change so much over time, and you look forward to where it'll be at another year or so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, players are always changing their mindsets around some of these mechanics. Guard thrust is something that I think people will start to understand is really good pretty soon. Still have yet to see a lot of people use it, but that's how it is when things are still relatively fresh and new. You're just not used to it right away. Nobody else got you, you know, Thanatos got you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Miyagi Muteki. Probably the best hide in Japan. But the gap has been closed, honestly. The gap is closed. He used to be pretty far ahead of other hides in Japan, but now that Hyde is stronger as a character, I feel like it's been made easier for other hides to catch up to him. But he's still, like, I would say the best. And it's funny too, because the way Miyagi Muteki plays Hyde, he does not block. And honestly, that's the way to go. Hyde, or not Hyde, Uni 2 is not a blocking game. Uni 2 is a killing game. You do not pay $50 on Steam to block. But beyond that, he's not just like not blocking a lot, but he also goes for Rise JA quite often. Dash C sometimes as well, so we'll probably see that in this match. There was the Rise J already, but got called out. Oh, grid break, yep. Really bad position for Miyagi Muteki. Gonna have to just play solid defense here, which he did, to be fair. Oh, there's the Rise J. Oh, he dropped the combo. Can't be doing that. Not in Uni 2, not in the 1-to-1 setting, where the fate of your team rides on the full... no, okay, not the full comeback, but like just stabilizing and securing this final game. You love watching this Oria play. You always make sure he's in the best position for himself or out of a bad position. Yeah. He plays safe but smart, you know? He doesn't take too many risks. but he's also, as you said, putting himself in such fatal positions for Ori to succeed. Yes. Wow. What a press. Miyagi Miteki had CS there. That press was confidence, to say the least. The blocks. Yep, punish. Miyagi Miteki was mashing that shield, or, you know, CS in that case, but shield came out because he was blocking. Oh, death? Not respecting wake up CS? Wow. Nishina once again completes. Wasn't that a reverse sweep? I believe that was a reverse sweep again. Nishina's that good. Okay. So the next one, let's go on to that, is Bonon. Whoa. Okay, I'll just listen to the commentators since we don't have the display yet. Oh, okay. Ripu and Cap and Sugar. It's a good head-to-head. So the team of the player 2 side is Cap and Sugar, Nephros, Deeps, and the team of the player 1 side is Ripu, Sutao, and Tommy. Should be a good one. Oh, okay. I think wait, is it this match or is it a future one? There was a match where there was like a ton of 5C mix-ups with Lin. Maybe it was the next one. In any case, strong round from Cap and Sugar. Yeah, Lin can definitely fight well in this matchup. It gives Phonon a lot of problems because she's very mobile. Okay, he NCS. Wake up 5A. Do you stream often? You just randomly found this channel, enjoying the vibe and Rachel gives. No, that's nice to hear. I do stream often, but not always fighting games these days. These days I've been streaming a lot more other games. In fact, this weekend I'll be starting with speedrunning Castlevania Aria of Sorrow and playing Ace Attorney. So it's going to be a little different than what you're seeing right now, of course. But I do try to stream often as I can. I'm glad you found this channel. So I like to play Castlevania. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like Metrovanias a lot. Phonon always seemed like a public enemy #1 when you watch Uni 1. Is that the same year did she get nerfed? Yeah, she did get nerfed to some degree, but it's also she got power crept. In Unist, when she first released, she was very, very strong. Like, I would say top 4 or top 3 to 4 character in Unist. Like, it was Seth, Yuzu, Bonon, Batista, probably. Yeah, so yeah, that something like that in Unist. But yeah, not so much anymore. She got nerfed. Her 2A is no longer 5 frames. Her frame advantage on her fireballs is much less than it used to be. Because before it was just so free in terms of the plus frames. Her damage is a lot lower. She got some new tools since then, but you know, the nerfs definitely affect her a lot, and she's also been power crept. But she's still fine. Again, the power level of characters in Uni is such that pretty much every character is good. But it's the relative strength, if you get what I mean. Yeah, Ripu's definitely made some adjustments in this matchup so far. He's positioning himself much better, I would say. Out of Lin's reach. What happened there? Oh, what? Huh? I get what Ripu was going for there. It's to punish people that immediately tech, but it seems like it didn't work for some reason. And now he's in a one-touch for game. Oh, and he died. He wasn't blocking. Ripu wasn't blocking. Good chase downs from Cap and Sugar, though. Yeah, he just wasn't blocking. Yeah, so we can watch the next one. Tommy versus Cap and Sugar. If you're blocking, you're losing. Very true. Oh my goodness. Very true. Especially in Uni 2. Blocking does not do damage. But yeah, okay, Tommy Byakuya, again, the best Byakuya in Japan. And honestly, one of the few Byakuya's that's still even active on the character, to be honest. Because a lot of people have dropped the character in Uni 2. And to be fair, he got a significant number of nerfs and just the power creep issue as well. But he's still good. It's not like he's bad. And we can see that Tommy's still able to make it happen with this character. And honestly, in first to one, Byakuya is still a character to be feared. Because you still have to deal with the Okizeme that loops. And anytime there's something that you have to deal with head on, that, you know, you're immortal to no matter who you are, such a character is going to be pretty good for this format. Guard thrust to try to get another chance. Okay, at least it wasn't a perfect, but yeah. That was a quick one. Wow. Well, that didn't look fair. Yeah. That's a pretty typical Byakuya sequence in both of those rounds. Very hard to deal with. Caught in the spiderweb. Alright, so next up is probably going to be Nephros. Yep. Nephros Lin versus Tommy Byakuya. Nephros has really, really good matchup knowledge. So we can see that already with how he's playing neutral. He's playing a lot more composed. And he worked hard. He worked slow and hard to get to the Rakusuka blocks to win Vorpal. And it's paying off here. And you can see how delicate and precise his pressure is too. Very hard rhythm to judge if you're defending. Wake up 2-360. Yep, Tommy felt the pressure. Good dash block. What a dash block. Exactly what you love to see. Ooh. Combo drop. Can't be doing that. Okay. Yeah. Thankfully, did enough. Command grab. Exactly what you love to see, huh? Yeah, you can tell I don't like Byakuya, can't you? Yeah, the pressure reset there was pretty good because he went for the Kugo follow-up, which allowed for a side switch. Now Tommy's in the corner. Oh, Tommy, you had the cycle coming up. That was probably not necessary. Get the escape out. Fortunately, I had to give up the cycle for that, but you're out of the corner. That's all that matters. Yeah, Byakuya has a hard time against that pressure because there's not much you can do about Kuga unless Lin is like point blank, pretty much. Does this kill? It does, yeah. How do you stop a dual wielding girl who Naruto runs at you? Yeah, truly. What's max HP, or do you do different characters different HP totals? Yeah, different characters different HP totals. Lin has, I would say, like above average HP. I don't know the HP of every character, but we usually go by percentages because HPs are variable. We usually discuss damage in percentages, so you know, if you can hit like 30% in your combo consistently, then that's like average. That's like the baseline. But damage in Uni 2 is so high that I think people have talked about percentages much less now, and they just talk about touches like, oh, is this a 3-touch sort of situation, or is this like a bro to kill situation, you know? Because percentages don't even matter that much anymore. You're taking so much damage every hit no matter what. So if you die in like 2.5 touches or 3 touches, then that's what people talk about a little bit more nowadays. All right, next is Sutawo, the premier Nanasa player of this tournament. Very peculiar playstyle, but he makes it work so well. And he's really good, not to mention. This matchup is pretty hard for Lin, historically, but Nephros starting out with pretty good patience, and it pays off with the cycle secure it. I think that's the way to approach this matchup, especially early on when you don't have much data on the player. I don't know how much Nephros played against Sutawo before, so it seems pretty wise to me. Sutawo not blocking. Takes 4K for his troubles. Oh, yeah. So Sutawo was trying to do the fuzzy guard against B Hien, which you can do. It's pretty hard though, and honestly, it's just better to go for the fuzzy throw. Brutal, yeah. But I understand what he was doing. VO, he VO'd the 5C mix-up that was gonna happen. Yeah, I mean it makes sense, but it's still pretty funny. What is 2C? Yeah, Stawa's been unable to get anything going so far. Good catch on the throw. This is good. This is good for Nanasa. Anytime you get the opponent grid broken, means you can go a lot for the other mix-ups that normally people would be able to shield, but no longer with that VO. Good defense on Stawo. He was also fitting in some dash blocks there. Punish. Oh no. Yeah, he already used 236 BC in that combo, so it didn't lead to the ender that he wanted, and he's dead. Great stuff from Nephros. Kept things in control and closed it out against a pretty strong team. The turning point was definitely taking down Tommy, though. I think Tommy's the anchor of that team. He didn't play in the anchor spot. He didn't play in the number 3 spot, but I think taking down Tommy was the turning point for sure. Okay. So I think that was the final match of top 8. So next is top 4. No. This is the last match of top 8. Here, right here. Your one Nanasa match? Yeah, I'm sorry. There are not enough Nanasa players that do well in tournaments. So that's how it is. The character's good, but the players the players No, I mean there are a couple good players on Nanasa, but a lot of them aren't active or just don't go to these tournaments, so it's tough. All right, sorry. Anyway, This is next up. Watanabe Shacho versus... I don't know who. I don't know what Lin player this is. Let me check quickly. Makochin. Makochin Lin. Makochin's really good. But this is Watanabe Shacho we're talking about here. The best Waldstein. I don't think there's any other Waldstein player in the world that pilots Waldstein to this level as Shacho does. The play will speak for itself as we watch along in this match. Makes Waldstein look broken. He takes up the entire screen? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty funny. He has some big meaty claws. Oh yeah. And something that people know this, but you know, it's worth pointing this out. Waldstein's claws actually have a period of time where they destroy projectiles if the hitbox come into contact with the projectile. Oh, what a catch on the backdash. Yep. Chase down 2C. He is a good clean hit from Makochin. But the VO. VO right back. Yo, VO tennis. Yo. Are we playing Uniclair or something? Oh, what a catch. That's insane. That's insane. Oh, okay. No jump. I think Shacho is trying to do SPD there, 3C into SPD, but it doesn't matter. If you get 2 on 4C instead, it's still plus on block. And Makochin shielded, so it was able to be caught by the SPD afterwards. All right, next is... Who is this? This has to be Mawaru. He's like the only Hilda player. Yeah, this is Mawaru. Oh, this team is insane. So yeah, Mawaru versus Shacho. Mawaru was the winner of the singles tournament the day prior. The best Hilda. But so far, getting command grabbed. And he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. No contest. Standing there for 3 long frames, or however fast the command grab is. Yeah, the command grab. Well, at least the A command grab is 3 frames. The B command grab and the C command grab are a little bit slower. But yeah. Alright, Mawaru getting going now. If you can get the 50-50 setups, then that's the win condition for sure. Yep, Nitaku. Okay, back and forth steamroll rounds. That's what we expect to see from both of these characters. This Hilda character is so weird to you because she looks like a zoner, but every time you see her, she's beating the hell out of people. So Hilda is a zoner, but she also has some of the strongest mix-up in the game. So it's very desirable to get in because that allows her to like actuate her game plan. And it's looping 50-50. Looping 50-50. Isn't that great? Looping a high-low mix-up. Her weakness is that she has a... Well, I shouldn't say she has weak defense. It's more so that her buttons are really slow. Her defensive options are good and they lead to high reward, but you have to play good defense with her to win. Oh, Shacho goes down. Yeah, good stuff from Mawaru holding it down. I think what ended up happening is Shacho wasn't able to get the opening as quickly as he did in the first round. And of course, Mawaru is able to just run away with it if he gets a singular 50-50 mix-up. Okay. So, nice Moaru. Who's next? Oshuhito. Okay. The best Seth player in Japan. The fiend of ranked himself. Oshuhito's been playing this game for a long time. And has a lot of game time on the game in general. At this tournament, he played really well. Sometimes he's prone to, like, you know, playing less than himself in high pressure environments. But I think at this tournament, Stormy Night, he played extremely well. Ninja Orb guy, yeah. But I do think Hilda, I don't know. This is my opinion. I'm not sure how Hilda players also feel about it, but I think Hilda is favored against Seth. Hilda's able to catch Seth out of a lot of the movement options he's typically cycling through, and she destroys the orbs with ease using skew and her super long range normals. But that, oh, what? Okay. Anyway, that being said, though, once Seth gets in, and this is the case with any character against Hilda that has good offense, once Seth gets in, Hilda has a hard time. She can still escape, don't get me wrong, but Seth has the best, like, among the best frame data in the game, and Hilda has some of the worst. So, it's a pretty favorable matching for Seth at that point. Yep. Oshu went for throw, feeling confident that he could still win cycle even if it was teched, and so he did. But first clean hit goes to Moaru. Run up throw. Oh, that's a conversion? No way. Wow. Nice combo. Yeah, something that Oshuhito likes doing, he likes shielding a lot, but it's more of like he's so comfortable in a lot of matchups that he's confident in his shielding capability, rather than, oh, he's doing it greedily, you know. It's not like he gets grid broken often. It's more as he's very aware of shield points and pressure strengths and goes for it often. Is this dead? This actually could be dead. No, I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close. Yeah. That actually did way less damage than I even thought it would do. Good block on the 50-50. Spending CS. Yeah, it doesn't matter in that case, even though he had Celestial, it doesn't matter because, you know, it's one touch to kill for both of them anyway, so. You actually kind of want the meter for next round. Makes sense. A lot of shields from Moaru on that string. He indeed gets cycle, but the... Oh, drop. Seth cannot be dropping combos. Me and I. Oh, that works? Wow. Okay, then. I mean, Moaru still got the hit. Good block. CSDP. Yeah, you can see that Oshuhito's playing with a lot more discipline. But when he decides to go in the air, he always gets clipped by a force function from Moaru. Almost always. Basically, Moaru's ready to apply these countermeasures. Oh, but Orb caught that time. And this could be dead. Oh, he dropped it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Wow, that was about to be my heart sink right there. Because he had just built Vorpal right when he dropped it. So he had a chance to close it out cleanly for sure. He's really, I don't know what to call it, with punishing with run up throw pretty often. Yeah. Yeah, whiff punishing is appropriate way to call it. Like, that's what you kind of want to do against Hilda. If she sets the orb, the thing that like shoots out the nails that Hilda does, it's called Gloom. If she sets that, it has a lot of recovery, so you have a lot of time to kind of close the distance, and especially with Seth's run speed, you want to try to get a throw in, because even if the Hilda player techs the throw, the Gloom goes away, because the Gloom goes away when Hilda gets quote-unquote hit, and teching a throw is considered a tech hit, which is what the game would use to decide, you know, whether something is deleted or not, right? So the Gloom gets deleted, and you have a chance to go back to neutral or whatever you want to go to, despite the fact that, you know, your throw got teched, right? It doesn't really matter. And if the throw hits, then you still get rid of the Gloom. So it's really useful to do. The thing is too, if the Gloom is already sending out nails, then if the throw gets teched, you'll still have enough invincibility during the throw tech animation to not get hit by the Gloom nails. So it's a really good way to avoid Gloom if you're in neutral and you have enough speed to run up to the Hilda player during that time frame. Or if you simply punish them because there's no recovery, that's even better. But next up is Chobi Kuon, the second place finisher during the singles tournament of Stormy Night Day 1. Kuon is a strong character. That's about all I have to say about him. No, but Chobi's good. Chobi's very good. But obviously Kuon is insane, especially in tournament. So far, Oshuhito doesn't care about that, though. I mean, after all, he's one game from closing this out. You would think he wants to close it out as soon as he can. Actually, yeah, one game from closing this out, yeah. Just wanted to make sure I was correct on that. Whiff punish. Side switching twice because he's very cool. Fuzzy 5A. Wow, post CS. It wasn't even his CS, but he did post CS man grab, which has invincibility. I believe that was allowed for the invincibility through the throw that Chobi went for. Good block. But it looks like you're dead now. Double super. You could have just killed with IW, but whatever. Yep, good stuff to Team Oshuhito, Shimazaki, and Watanabe Shacho. While he ran through them, yeah. Oshu looked really good in that one. Chobi didn't really get a chance to get a stellar sequence, but that's because Oshu defended really well. And mind you, defense is really hard to do in Uni 2, but you can see how much you get out of having good defense in this game. That was part of why Moaru was able to win. Not part of why, that was a large part why Moaru was able to win on the singles tournament. And a large part why this team consisting of Oshuhito, Shimazaki, and Watanabe Shacho were able to make it as far as they did. Okay, they took a short intermission before the top 4. So let's skip forward to that. And the top 4 presents to us... Okay, Shinonome, Koze, and Wako up against Gajio, Nishine, and Waku Waku Monster. So on the left you see Gajio, the youngster, up against Wako, the premier specialist Batista player in Japan. Here we go. I don't know how much experience Gajio has against Batista, let alone Wako's Batista, so we'll see how this ends up. But Wako's a nightmare if you do not know the matchup. Here we go. Yeah, this is just screen control from Waka right now. Even though he doesn't have cycle, you can see he's more than content from just playing full screen, not really having to engage with Merkava. The way he's placing these fireballs is just so sick. Like, place the fireball and then jump forward laser, because you know that's where Merkava likes to be, is in that zone in the air where the laser would be placed. But this is the first clean hit from Gagio. But yeah, it's something that I think people are starting to appreciate a lot more, how Wako plays Batista. It's not like he's just running mix-ups. He has such a great understanding of how to make use of Batista specials in neutral, especially. And neutral is where you can differentiate yourself quite well playing a character like Batista with all the things that she can do. Gagio wanted to be in the air. Batista's JC, perfect for swatting out a flying monster that wants to be in the air. Oh wow, JB caught the dive kick. That looked like dive kick, at least. Steer ender. Was the CS spent there just because he wasn't gonna win cycle? I didn't check what the grid blocks looked like, but it was interesting. Punish? Is that punish? Okay, maybe that's not punishable. Laser again. Look, just such great positioning. Like, exactly knows where to place the... Yeah, again. He's so ready for it. Using what's it called? The hover. A plus B in the air. Going straight into the laser. He knew. Masterclass play from Wako in that matchup. Yeah, mixing with the knockdown is one thing. Good enough neutral to get into that situation against great players is a whole another thing. Yeah, exactly. Because everyone... I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot of the Batista players can run the Batista mix. After all, it's simply just changing up between 2C and Bidro, right? But the neutral is really what is the defining factor between these players. And I think Wako is on a whole nother level when it comes to Batista neutral. So next one is Wak Wak Monster versus Wako. Carmine on Batista. So we'll see if Waka Waka Monster knows the Batista matchup. The matchup isn't that bad for Carmine, but Carmine does kind of need meter to challenge Batista most easily on defense. Otherwise, he's just going to be sitting blocking like we see right now. Because his buttons aren't fast enough most of the time. But yeah, Waka Waka gets CS now available. Has meter available. Oh, VO, wow. Excuse me. Did he just mess up the IW input? The gems? Yeah. Yeah, Waka. Okay. You can see a different dimension to how Waka's playing the matchup. He's adjusting based on the character he's playing. The gem placement is specific to how Carmine wants to position himself in neutral. A lot of the time, Carmine wants to just throw out 6B and then do the dissolve puddle, right? 63, because that's like his best neutral, basically, his best neutral set. But if you place the gem in front of where 6B would want to be placed, then it'll actually like clash with each other. And I don't believe the puddle gets set if it clashes in that manner. And you still have the top gem to cover a more direct approach that Carmine would want to take, like such as a dash in or a charge jump C. Really good combo routing too. Oh, steer under miss though. Oh, brutal. Okay, throw. And it's back to neutral. You know, one thing that Waka Monster has to do, I was literally just going to say it. Trust me, guys, I was going to say it. And he did it right now. Is 2-2C. Really good for catching Batista. That's kind of a win condition, to be honest, when you have the meter in this matchup, but he didn't start going for it until too late. Wako did enough to have that not really matter. Wako's so good to watch. Oh my goodness. I need to get back on making some of these videos about some of these players. Because having Wako back in the scene is such a treasure. Good call out. Did you watch this beforehand, buddy? Well, to be fair, I did watch the full top 16 in person, but I didn't specifically remember this moment. I was gonna mention some things that are good for Kame to do in the matchup, and the timing was a little too convenient, wasn't it? But no, this is technically not my first time watching, but I did not specifically remember this moment. No. A likely story. You got me. I'm caught. All right, this is Nishine versus Wako. And we can see how the approach begins with Wako this time. Thanatos is a big problem for Batista because Thanatos eats pretty much every projectile that Batista would throw out. It doesn't have durability. I mean, it does, but it's basically like quote-unquote infinite durability. So as long as it's active, it'll eat other projectiles. The 2-2X Thanatos will. So that's a big problem for Batista to deal with. Oh, what an air hover. Yeah, Wako was in a bad position if he didn't go for that, because he was air blocking. Easy air unblockable would have been available for Nishine, but great awareness. Yeah, CS was spent there because he didn't have enough grid blocks to win the next cycle. So would you say this is a match where Batista needs to stay close and aggressive to the Mr. Thanatos? Not really. It's more so you have to play a little passively. Like you can't play preemptively. You can't like set things up in advance, if so to speak. You kind of have to play like passive and respectful. I don't think Batista needs to go in against Aurea because Aurea will still do that. Aurea at the end of the day still has to go in. And you can still play keep away against Aurea. Because recall that it still takes time for Aurea to set Thanatos. And something that Wako's been trying to do in this match is snipe out Thanatos sets with the B fireball, since it's really fast. Nishine, to my recollection, hasn't been caught by any of them yet, but it's something that Wako is well aware of at the moment. And that was a good 2C snipe. Steer ender. Good guard thrust. What a guard thrust. That is what guard thrust is for. Avoided the mix-up and gets favorable corner positioning. Wako had to spend a lot of resources for that. 100 meter and had to give up cycle as well to think about the mix-up there. Okay. Good block. It's a guess, but good block still. Oh, that is a disaster. That was probably supposed to be assault, and instead he got creeping edge, and now he's grid broken in the corner. But good defense. Wako knows that he has to be patient right now. Really good defense. What a dash. Oh. Oh, man. Wako's defense, man. It was so good. And he can kill off of this. Easily. Easily, man. What? That was such a good round, both ways. But Wako's defense there really held out. Nobody moves the wall. Oh, yeah. You see, an over a longer set could probably get more used to sniping it, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Charge partitioned fireballs. Okay, then. All right. I see you. So good. So good. Those of you that are watching will be among the ones to be able to appreciate the analysis of Wako's Batista in real time. But I'm sure you can understand even if you watch it on your own, like how good this player is on the character. A nerfed form of Batista, by the way. The only thing holding Wako back was the fact that he wasn't active. What a 3B from Nishine. A lot rides in this match too, because Wako could sweep, or Nishine could legitimately sweep if he wins this one as well. given the players that are behind Waka right now. VO? Oh, he did VO to win the cycle? Is that so? That wasn't like a Vorpal strip, obviously, but I wasn't paying attention to the cycle. I need to... Oh, baited the guard thrust. Wow. And what a match. What a match. Waka really had to work hard for that one. It was hard fought the whole way, down to the last interactions. Because baiting in the guard thrust in that situation, you have to do consciously. It's not something that you auto bait. Like, of course, you could have probably done 1C, right? Like, delay 1C. But you still have to have a feel for the timing of when they would go for guard thrust if you're trying to bait something. Especially after having spent your CS. A lot of people are eager to run the mix after they spend CS to create that opportunity, especially Batista players, right? And guard thrusting is, strictly speaking, it's a great idea to do because, again, if it succeeds, you effectively wasted your opponent's resource expenditure because they spent CS, which is such a valuable mechanic, right? Something that you worked so hard for. You spent CS on a mix-up and it didn't even work out because the guard thrust got you off them. So what a cool game. You picked it up on sale last week and it's a lot to learn. Yeah, this game is pretty dense. And there's a lot of legacy knowledge, so it takes time to get caught up to everything that people have accumulated as far as knowledge is concerned over the years. But you know, the more you watch, the more you try to dissect and understand. Basically, there's things that you can gain as understanding bit by bit the more you watch. You don't have to try to understand everything you see, but if there's anything you can identify and understand from the little that you watch each time you watch, then it'll gradually build up your knowledge and understanding of the game, and you just get better over time. Pretty much most of my improvement in this game was literally just from watching, because I don't have a lot of like in-game time in uni. I think a lot of people are surprised about that. I mean, maybe not as much of a surprise anymore because I'm not super active, right, in playing. But a lot of my understanding of the game was just from watching people. And you don't have to understand everything right away, but the more you watch, the more you see what works and what doesn't, and you try to look for things that people do. Like, basically, you try to like, one of my teachers in high school had a good way to explain this. You try to create your own intuition. It doesn't have to be exactly what the player did, and it doesn't have to be the reason that they did it for. But if you can create your own reasoning out of what they were doing and see how far it takes you for your own play, then that goes a long way in and of itself, because it just helps you think about the game more intelligently. And after all, this is a 1v1 fighting game. At the end of the day, as long as it works against the opponent you're facing, that's what matters, right? And just discovering ways for besting the very opponent you face is what matters the most. So, all right, in any case, this is second top 4 match. Shimazaki sent in first. Ooh, this is gonna be a treat. Shimazaki, I don't think played on stream today until this point. Yeah, he's out of practice. Yeah, he hasn't been as active in the game these days, but he's still got the best decision making out there from his time period where he was the best Chaos and honestly one of the best players in Japan in general. And something that never leaves you is knowledge. Knowledge and decision making. Execution might fail, but knowledge is always there for you. Cabin Sugar as well. I'm sure he's experiencing the Chaos matchup. Round start Kuga. Yeah, sounds alright. You normally hate these kinds of puppet characters, but the lizard guy is really cute. Oh, that's funny. I mean, Chaos is a cool character in general, though. He's one of my favorite characters design-wise. Like, aesthetic, that is. Good block from Shimazaki. Oh my goodness, no, not like this. He got hit by the 5C delay 2C. I think this is when it happened. Round start Hien. Okay, Captain Sugar is running a train wreck right now. Okay, there's the block. There's the block. Will not get opened up by the 5C mix-up this time. But yeah, dive kick. It's pretty good. No meter spent. Interesting. Did he not have meter and I wasn't paying attention? My mistake if so. Boom, 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 boom. Shimizaki's in big trouble right now. Goes without saying. Guard thrust. I mean, you kind of had to. But it's just funny. I just have a go every time someone uses the defensive option against the 5C mix-up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Cap and Sugar bodied Shimizaki there. Lin Gaming. Hey, Varushi, what's up? Yep, hope you're doing well. We're almost done watching the 3-on-3 from Stormy Night that took place last weekend. Feels like ages since the last uni match watch stream. This is cool. Yeah, wasn't it like basically a year ago? Because I did watch Stormy Night a year ago as well. I mean, thankfully this time I actually went to the event, so I have the like perspective from having gone in person. I already talked about it, and I already talked about it in detail on the last stream. So of course, feel free to catch the VOD for that if you want. I don't know if any of these streams will go in uploads. We'll see. I need to look at the VODs again to see what tidbits would be the most interesting to put in like a trimmed upload. But yeah, regardless, feel free to catch the VODs if you want. Yeah, glad to hear you're doing well. Alright, next is Watanabe Shacho and Cap and Sugar. Oh, he pulls out the Golden Waldstein. That's how you know he means business. The Golden Waldstein has been unleashed. Unchained. He's been let loose, the gorilla. The return of the legendary Golden Waldstein. Learning some uni. Oh yeah. Alright, SPD. Oh, grid break this early is really bad. Waldstein being grid broken at any point, especially against characters that have fast buttons, is very bad. If I were Cap and Sugar, I would actually just go to the next combo. I would drop this early. But fair enough. Kept the combo going. Because that increased B Hien is not a good starter, and you just want to be able to get the next opening to take full advantage of the grid break that you have on Waldstein. And there are much better starters that Lin has than increased B Hien, which is one of her worst starters. Especially with the cycle still being like in limbo since Shacho was grid broken. But anyway, there's some considerations from that previous sequence. Oh no. Yeah, Cap and Sugar expected Shacho to do something. Nothing was done. What a 6C. Really good stuff. Throw. Wake up SPD, yeah. Makes sense. Try to steal back some momentum. I don't think you can win the cycle though. Yeah, it just wasn't possible. Doesn't matter though, because when you're sitting full screen against Lin, 2FF all day. Yeah, Shacho was ready for some Abare to be pressed there from Sugar, but he just wasn't blocking low. Cuban edge, but yeah, CS was ready. Back tech. Yeah, not blocking. Yeah, last round, I think... Oh, what a confirm. Oh my goodness. That was a sick confirm. Yeah, I think Sugar is playing fine in this matchup, but it's just like... Shacho never really gets... I don't know how to describe it. Like, he's not really a person that gets like discouraged from losing. Like, he's always playing full throttle the whole time. Doesn't feel like he really adjusts if he's like losing really hard. Wake up SPD. Yeah. Damage wise, this feels like Hydrogen Bomber's coughing baby. Yeah, Captain Sugar, he's not a combo-centric player, I'll say that much. He's improved his combos over time, but, you know, he doesn't focus on combos, I would say. But yeah, Shacho plays like 100%, 110% full throttle the whole time. He will make adjustments, but it won't be in terms of like holding back his level of potential that he can play at. I think that's the great part about his play, apart from the fact that he's such a specialist at playing the character. Okay, the Golden Waldstein is back against Nephros this time. What was Nephros going for? 5B? That must have been dash B, I want to say. Round start. Ah, 2 COS. Surrender. Yeah, having two Lin players that play extremely differently is an interesting idea for the team concept. Because it can still feel like you're playing against a different character. Especially with the level of play that Nephros played at this tournament. It can cause a great deal of trouble for the opposing character and player. What a shield. Wow. Wow. On wake up too. That is... What was that? They both just lit up? Oh, was that double Vorpal? I wasn't paying attention, I guess. It might have been double Vorpal. Basically, it's possible for both players to get Vorpal if they have the same amount of grid. Oh, reversal SPD. Yep. That was a gap in the block string. It looked like he had CS, though, so I wonder. I mean, the thing is, he already... I don't know, yeah. He already did the EX Kuga, so I'm not sure if it was possible. It might have been, but it would have been pretty tight to do the input properly. Throw? Yeah. Shielding the initial 2As gets the Lin out of the spacing to continue the string, and then just go for reversal SPD. Spin the lever. Grid break. Spending CS right away too. This is such a smart use of CS, actually. You get the damage, and you're pretty highly likely to win the next cycle. Okay, unless the VO happens, of course. But I really appreciate the idea there from Shacho. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just information overload from Nephros there. Shacho just presented so many options in succession. It's tough to provide the response that you want in the moment. So it's going to come down to Deeps. Deeps Gordo. Try to stay alive in the set. These Lin players are getting freaking tossed around. She's just a child. She's no child. Child she may appear to be, but she's lived 1,000 of your lifetime. Okay, here we go. Deeps and Shacho. Assault J-Whiff 6C in the SPD straight away. Oh no, did Deeps mess up his punish? He should have been advantageous at minimum in that situation. Stand shielding the assault. Falling buttons. SPD. Wins the cycle. Spend CS early too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Shacho's just so good. I don't know what else to say. This is truly like the intersection of all the character specialists in Japan in one tournament. It was such a good tournament, guys. And that's I think what still separates Japan from other regions. Japan has so many specialists on the respective characters. And it causes the tier list to feel like it doesn't even matter, you know? Which of course is a testament to how balanced the game is. But at the same time, you have to realize these guys are playing at a high level with these characters because they're so experienced with them. And that's what makes it especially feel like the tier list doesn't matter. Oh, nice catch. Yep. Spotted the green shield. Good spacing from deeps as well to avoid the wake up SPD. Oh no, he's dead. I think he's dead. Yeah. Wow, that's a tough one for deeps. Just when he was trying to get things going. And even if you got through Shacho there, Oshuhito was sitting in the back. So, it was going to be tough. So we have the grand final set, which will be Oshuhito, Watanabe Shacho, and Shimazaki. That would be Seth, Waldstein, Chaos in that order. Up against Shinonome, Koze, and Wako, which would be Waldstein, Oria, and Batista. Some days you get grappled. Some days you grapple, some days you get grappled. Yeah. I mean, both of those characters are grapplers, effectively. I mean, you don't really think of Gordo as a grappler, but he does have a game plan he can execute around his command grab. And Waldstein is a grappler plus. He's grappler plus because he can do so many things and has a command grab that he can build his gameplay around. Okay. A lot of downtime, and then they did the grand finals, so let's skip forward. There's stuff that happened that you guys didn't see on the stream because there's like the little, they did like a little, what's it called? Walk-in. Like there's the what's it called? There was the audience seats on either side, and the players like did like kind of a red carpet walk through the gap between the audience seating. That was done before the grand final started, but of course they didn't show it on stream. Sadly, yeah, I don't know. The camera work wasn't the best for this tournament, but at the same time, the photographers did a great job trying to capture everything. So once the photo album is uploaded, I'm sure we'll be able to see some of what I'm talking about. But that was what was going on while they were only showing the commentators on the stream. It was a scuff stream, felt like the old times. Yeah, yeah, truly. And that was the charm of it, you know. I mean, to be fair, you got to realize, like, Arc System, like, you see all the sponsors at the bottom here, right? The sponsors were a big part of getting this tournament to have, like, a higher level of production, right? But also, this was an ArcSeed sponsored event for the World Tour, at least for day one. So there was, I guess, like, a requisite level of formality to this. And I think that's what allowed for it to be run much more formally than the first year, where things were kind of even more rudimentary, so to speak. But in a charming way, not in a bad way, in a kind of charming way. But it does make it unfortunate because, you know, when you're watching back on the VOD, it's like, ah, man. But here we go, grand finals. Woo! Let's go. Okay, so yeah, it's Shimazaki versus Shinonome to get started. Chaos, Waldstein. And you guys are not going to expect what took place in this grand finals. Yep, early catch from Shimazaki. Interesting combo, but we don't have to worry about that too much. Oh, look at him go. Hey, what was that? I think Shimazaki was trying to do 2d6 ACS. And It didn't come out twice, then he CS and got the hit anyway. Good defense. I mean, you can see though, Shimazaki's really... He's been opening... Oh, okay, I'm pretty sure Shinonome could have done reversal there. But you can see he's opening up Shinonome so often. So, that round was very strong from Shimazaki, but it wasn't like he got like a bunch of momentum off of like a singular hit or anything. Right, great 1A. That's like the first real Abre we've seen successful from Shinonome. Oh my goodness. Cross up. And he's dead. He is dead. D-E-D dead. Yeah, that was a strong game from Shimazaki. He like leveled up in between the intermission of top 4 and grand finals. Or I shouldn't say leveled up, like more so got warmed up, I should say. But yeah, next is Koze. You really liked him punishing the Waldstein ground slam thing with the Lizzie flip. Oh yeah. Yeah, and he played a good throw game too. Really exposed Shinonome's defense. Okay, another successful hit in the round start. Yeah, he did. Like Shimazaki definitely seems like in the flow. I respect the decision to put him first in grand finals. It was a good combo too. The juggles with Ozzy and Chaos, like doing like the opponent sandwich, they look really cool. I think Sehara was the one of the pioneers for those combos in Uniclair. Uniclair was when Chaos was really strong. What a whiff punish. Oh my goodness. Oh, he dropped the combo. Yeah, he's just in full control, Shimazaki is. Is he dead? Oh, he missed IW. Yep. Okay, guard thrust. Try to stay alive here. And it's working out so far. That rolls out. Not even creeping edge, just Chaos's wild dashing roll. Wow. Clean again. Shimazaki powered up. The only player left is Wako, so Wako has to complete a sweep. That's a tall task even for him. Oh man, this game seems to have a lot of defense mechanics to overcome to make a big comeback like that. Yeah, especially with each individual interaction leading to like a lot of damage taken. It's super tough. It's a more volatile game than previous uni versions. You would see more timeouts in earlier unis. Nowadays, the round's in so quickly, on average. All right, it comes down to this. Does Wako have enough in him to close this one out? Can anyone stop the love between master and pet? Yep, here it is. It all comes down to this. Round start 6C. Dude, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. Oh, Ozzy's now dead. Oh, grid break. Yeah. Man, everyone's crumbling against Shimazaki. It's crazy. Everyone's just completely collapsing. It's so crazy. Sometimes a player is just in the zone. Yeah, yeah. Legit. He's fully in the element. Like, just playing good defense, making all the correct decisions, finding those openings. He might not be doing a lot of damage per hit because, you know, it's a little rough combo wise for Shimazaki. Let's be real, but it's not gonna matter when you're always right. But this is a good round for Wako so far. Oh, that works. That's crazy. Wow. A throw. Oh my goodness. Rise J, yep. Catches the backdash. Oh, that was so scary. I would have flinched for sure. Oh, I got hit. He dropped the combo though. Oh, so Shimazaki was banking on the 2-2C, making the throw tech plus effectively for Chaos, but it kind of triggered too early, so it wasn't able to happen. So final round. Wako's got to clutch up, and that's just to stay alive. Oh, he missed the air unblockable. I think actually the green shield kind of messed him up because green shield adds additional pushback. So that kind of messed up Shimazaki a little bit probably. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a VO. Here's a good chance. Just got to spend IW. And this is guess for game. One touch to kill. Okay, you can live with throw, but oh, VO. Wow. This is such a good position to be in if you're Wako, except you lost the cycle. That's the issue. Oh, he got caught by the Aussie wall cling. The sweep in grand finals. The sweep in grand finals. From probably the least expected member of the team to do it. But so it was done by Shimazaki, the GOAT Chaos. You know, it must feel nice that Shacho and Oshuhito didn't have to do anything in grand finals. Even though they, you know, they did a lot of work in the lead up to the grand finals, but it feels nice that you could lean on Shimazaki to get it done. Yeah, I mean, what is there to say? Like, Shimazaki played insane in that grand finals. Just so many good decisions, and I think he had a really good offensive rhythm. Like it can't go without saying, I think, that yeah, he was able to make the right decision. He was able to be right a lot of the time, but he had a really good offensive rhythm, and that's part of why he was able to be so successful. He found the timings that people wanted to try to throw tech and made sure to punish them almost every time. He got even Wako antsy there, and on defense, he was able to have good control over the neutral, especially against Aurea, where that's a little tricky to do with Thanatos sometimes, and against Batista no less. Held it out against Wako. And he played really good defense, I would say. So even though he didn't necessarily have monstrous combos or chunky hits that led to like insane sequences, he still put up like a solid offensive throughout the entirety of that grand finals. That was awesome. Thanks for restreaming and dealing with your insane chatter. Oh no, you're all good. You're all good. No, yeah, I enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out, of course. Yeah, it's always nice to watch over Stormy Night. This is the second year in a row we've done that. And just talk about the event in a retrospective manner. And I still enjoy doing analysis-oriented streams. After all, I'm washed as far as playing the game, so this is the only value I can offer in the uni scene anymore. But I think we can still I think there's still a lot to be gained out of watching over matches analytically, high level matches at that. Yeah, we won't watch the ceremony, but I'll go ahead and close out the stream while it's still playing. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. It was just 3.5 hours of my yapping, but hope it was enjoyable. The plan from here, now that we finished out Stormy Night, is this weekend. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow's a maybe, but for sure this weekend we'll do at least one stream. We'll get started with learning the speedrun for Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, any percent, no 0 HP, because that is my next speedrun project. And alongside that, we'll be doing a playthrough, or get started with a playthrough of the first Ace Attorney game on DS. Now, here's the thing. I haven't done this on this channel before, but I'm basically going to start splitting my streams into 2 separate ones, and we'll see how it works based on like the game I'm playing. Not like the exact game, but like based on like, I guess, the related thing I'm doing. So I'll be doing the Aria of Sorrow speedrun practice, speedrun learning on the first stream. And then once that stream is done, once we're done playing it, I'll have that stream redirect to the second stream in which we'll be doing Ace Attorney. And we'll play Ace Attorney until I finish that game. Once I finish Ace Attorney, we have a couple of other playthroughs lined up, so look forward to them. You said you were going to speedrun Castlevania soon. You'll be on the lockout? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Love to hear that. Glad to hear it, Robbo. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Is it the new Castlevania collection? Is the new Castlevania collection any good? You never played the handheld ones? They're all good. They're all good. I haven't played Portrait of Ruin, but I played Dawn of Sorrow and I've played Order of Ecclesia, and both of those are fantastic games in their own rights. You'll especially like Dawn of Sorrow if you liked Aria of Sorrow. I think they kind of excel in their own separate ways. I wouldn't say Dawn of Sorrow necessarily has the same exact charm as Aria of Sorrow, especially with the art style change, but they're both good games in their own right. So yeah. But yeah, if you haven't gotten the Dominus collection, I highly recommend. They're all 3 good games. From what I've heard, at least for Portrait of Ruin. I haven't played Portrait of Ruin, but I'm pretty confident that it's a good game. But yeah, that's the plan, guys, for this weekend. So look forward to it. That'll be how the streams will look for some time. Basically, we'll be doing speedruns, and then we'll be doing some video game playthroughs, starting with Ace Attorney. Thanks everyone for watching. Let me get some food, and have yourselves a good rest of your evenings. Yep, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out at Trickle.
はい、まずですね、まず優勝のメダルの方になります。